Are you an indie podcast or content creator looking to reach a wider audience? Look no further. Introducing Podcastic, the ultimate podcast network designed exclusively for indie creators like you. At Podcastic, we believe in the power of unique voices and fresh perspectives. We're here to amplify your passion and creativity, connecting you with a growing community of engaged listeners who crave original content. Podcastic is more than just a platform. It's a support system built for indie podcasters, offering a range of resources to help you succeed. From tailored promotional campaigns to professional production assistance, we're here to help you shine. Our intuitive platform makes it easy for you to be seen and heard. We do all the heavy lifting for you. You just show up and create. Plus, with our advanced analytics, you'll gain valuable insights into your audience's preferences, allowing you to refine your content and grow your fan base. Ignite your passion, expand your reach, and thrive with podcasting. Visit our website at www.podcasticlife.com to get started. Podcastic, the home for indie podcasts and content creators.
I pray that my love for you is bigger than what my parents have.
So you must be my daughter's new friend?
Candy, let me ask you a question.
Oh, so this him? This the man that comforts you more than me?
Mama, all men ain't like daddy.
That's not fair!
The content you're about to hear is a part of a paid programming segment. The views, opinions, and statements expressed belong solely to the sponsor and do not reflect those of Podcastic or its host. This segment is for informational and promotional purposes only and should not be considered as advice or endorsement. Listener discretion is advised.
Rise and grind, wanna show at 9:15 a.m. Monday through Friday, great conversation, guest appearances, cause you experience us on the cusp of blowing up. Boom. Wake up, wake up. Rise and grind, morning show.
Okay, hold on. You're not gonna just point your goddamn finger.
Well, it should have been done. Should have been done. Should have been done.
Can you close the door, Tia, please, before?
Stop telling people I'm here.
Okay, so Tia here. Listen, so y'all, welcome to the Rise and Grind Morning Show. We do this every Monday through Friday, 9:15, 9:11, whatever. Go to the Rise and Grind Morning Show on YouTube and hit subscribe and tell a friend. And anybody who's gonna join us today, I'm asking you and urging you to do the same, because this is what's going to power what the hell we're doing. Shout out to Pie Life. Shout out to Pie Life. In case y'all don't know, Pie Life is a group of us who just believe in the Pie Life. Like Pie Life, that's what we live in. Anyway, so I had a gas station chronicle. It's very funny, but it's not funny. Shout out to my man who had one leg and it fell out while he was getting in, but he laughed his ass off because he was like, "This is a new one." And so I just said, "You know what? I just smiled."
Like his leg fell.
He was getting in his truck, and his leg fell off.
I really don't believe half of the stories you tell.
I mean, you don't have to worry about it.
I'm talking about 4 out of 5 of them. I think is a lie.
I just don't. I mean, I don't.
And you tell 5 a week. You know, that's a 4 out of those 5.
I just don't believe them.
No, I don't go to the gas station 5 days out of the week. But
she said 4.
But today, no, she said 4 of them is a lie.
She said 4 out of 5. Yeah, I feel like you go every day.
He come with this every day.
No, I try my best not to even go to the gas station.
I just don't believe any of your gas station chronicles.
I was pissed off yesterday because I didn't have enough money I ain't have enough gas to make it to Dearborn, but I wanted to go get some Dearborn gas because Dearborn gas lasts longer. And I put $20 in my.
It's probably the same.
No, I put $20. I put $20 and got more, and it lasts longer. So it was $2.60.
They gonna make sure they take care of their people.
Definitely. So that's where I go. And
I go there or Sterling Heights.
Yes,
wherever the Arabic community is, that's where I'm going.
That's where I'm going. I tell people that all the time. if the Akbas is there, that's where I'm going.
Oh my God.
So it's, by the way, y'all who checking us out, we really appreciate it.
Thank you,
yeah, because we are here, and Brittany here, y'all. Brittany is here.
Good morning. I'm here. I made it.
And Chanie, see how you got her shit? No, go back. Do her shit again. I want my shit like that. Okay. All right then. And also,
You ain't be on there.
Yeah, we got Tia Blaque in the building with us too.
Hey, what's up, though?
Hey. Tia that hit about 29,000 people. Shout out to Tia. Thank you.
Grand Rising family.
I don't need a ride. you know when niggas
It is a grand rising, okay?
So when the guy starts saying Grand Rising Queen, that means he need a ride to go pick up his kids.
No, he said that. I just don't respond.
I heard about that. I heard that when men say that, women are running.
I
heard that when women say it, that they're toxic.
Yeah,
I heard that. Yeah, but it's the furthest from the truth if you're judging from me.
I have a friend that calls every woman a queen to the point where we just.
I don't trust him.
He be like, you a queen?
Yeah.
What's up, queen? You a queen? And we
like
just,
that is a hood rat.
we just make fun of
right.
He be like, that's just a queen who ain't realized who she is yet. That's
I love
what he
it.
says all the
and
time.
he's right. He's 100% right. Because if you're a black woman, a goddess, you know what I'm saying, a 90th thing, you are a queen.
No, let me tell you something. No,
I mean, I don't know because
some of these girls are natural hood rats. I was at McDonald's yesterday.
This is true. I'm not gonna go back and forth about it.
I got a question. What's the difference between a hood rat and ghetto?
Oh, ghetto is just your vernacular, how you act. But a hood rat is definitely STDs walking. So listen. Let me explain something.
Somebody asked that question the other day.
That's real too. Can you break it down? Can you please break that down for the people?
A hood rat is full of diseases. I mean, that's what rats do. Rats inherit different diseases because they be in
rabies and all types of stuff.
So it's ghetto.
Ghetto is just your vernacular, like bitch. You know what I mean?
Okay. Like you can tell she got a little ghetto with her. Like you can tell she was brought up in the hood.
Right, but
hood rats use the same.
Sometimes they use the same name.
So you might get them mixed up.
That's what I'm trying to.
Be careful.
I'm trying to figure out what's the difference.
There's such thing as a ghetto hood rat. It is such thing.
So ghetto, okay. So you could just see. For me, I feel like when you say ghetto, I'm like, oh, there's a little hood.
No, this is a ghetto hood rat, bitch. Damn, I'm itching. That's a ghetto.
But I feel like it's
why
just,
are you itching?
I feel like it's hood rat, and then it's just hood.
Yeah.
That's how I feel.
Okay.
Yeah. Because like ghetto and hood to me is like the same thing, and it ain't more so that you from the ghetto. You know how to check people. That's how I look at it. Like you ain't no punk.
I put it like this: Wanda, Jamie Foxx carried Wanda. She was ghetto. Chanie was a hood rat. This is you want to break it down.
Okay.
Yeah, and shout out to everybody who I didn't realize who actually wore a dress that was males in Hollywood.
Just about everybody has done it.
Just about everybody.
But you know what's funny though, and I feel like, especially in our community, like we always take everything just
too serious.
Yeah. Sometimes we take the wrong stuff too serious. Yeah. I'll say that because it's funny when men imitate women. Like I really don't. It's hilarious.
And guess what? Some of the people who won Oscars won it from imitating women. Tootsie, old boy who played in Tootsie, and Robin Williams for Mrs. Doubtfire.
Mrs. Doubtfire. You had Patrick Swayze. He was a woman. You had John Travolta. He played a woman.
Everybody did it. Played
pretty
a woman.
much everybody has done it.
Even Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, he did.
He dressed up. I did not know that The Rock dressed up as a woman the first time.
Y'all not gonna make me think just because you dress as a woman. That's so funny.
That's funny as fuck.
No.
Please. Wrap it up.
I'm not gonna
wrap it on up.
Hey, look, could you imagine me as a woman?
I know some men that's dressed straight. It was still funny. You don't have to go that route, King.
I said I'm saying more so like if you imitate
like Martin in Big Mama's house,
or even okay. Did you see the episode where Will Smith and Lisa went to counseling and he imitated her? That's fun.
That's funny.
That's funny to me.
But
like
you don't want
like
not to dress up as a woman. That's too far.
So
you like that too?
I really don't like it.
Stop, please.
Because it's like. But if it's a character like Mrs. Doubtfire,
got it.
It made sense.
How about White Girls? White Girls is funny.
White Chicks was hilarious, but it made sense. And what I liked about it, even with Mrs. Doubtfire, Big Mama's house, he was going undercover. So like, I feel like if the story makes sense, yes. But just to be dressing up as a woman, like,
Holiday Heart.
No, that's too funny.
Bing Rains, the Holiday Heart. Let's take it there.
But wasn't that based on a true story?
Yes.
So he was really playing out someone's life.
Yeah.
Okay, that don't mean. Come on, y'all. Please.
Listen,
here's
extra
my thing.
$3 million, you can have me.
Here's my thing.
I'm sorry.
And that's just that on that.
When it comes to like I said, the movies that I named Big Mama's House, Mrs. Doubtfire, they were going undercover for something. Like it calls for that character, but just for a man to be dressed as a woman,
just just
doing it. No, I don't think so.
Okay, got it.
Yeah,
I got it.
Because if you think about it, if you was a CIA agent, FBI, in
you
real
take
life,
it however far you need to take
you gotta be undercover. You gonna go undercover.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'll take. Okay, I'm with you right there.
Yeah,
I 100% agree.
Chanie, that light is hitting you wrong. When I just looked at you
it's supposed to be over there, but you said it. Who set it up?
No, I'm talking about the light coming from the. Yeah, it just
Mine don't know what he doing.
Hey, y'all, she got.
I wanted to finish her statement that you cut her off.
Chanie do have edges. That's what my boy texted me.
You know what?
Oh, God.
No, I wanted to see you to finish what she was saying about the dress thing. Nobody said that. That's him.
Brittany, I lost it. I ain't gonna lie. He just plays so much. Like I lost it.
Hey, Tia gonna forget everything.
Really? Every time. I don't do that. You know what I'm saying? I don't hold on to stuff. Not even thoughts. One thing about me, I'm gonna let some shit go.
Who think that's ghetto?
That's ghetto. I know. You know what I'm saying?
So you gotta let it go.
Listen though, let me tell y'all something about that. When I was watching that video, I'm like, oh, this is bad for us, right?
What video?
Which one?
Sukiana, the video that you're talking about. She was like, I don't thinking it's ghetto. I said, oh, this is bad for us as a whole. You know? But then as I started to affirm, right? You know what I'm saying? Because I do my affirmations in the morning. Like when you're doing your affirmations, you're not gonna think you're having a great day. You know you're having a great day, right?
Yeah,
so then I kind of switched it. I said, well, maybe that's what she was talking about. But then I thought it was Sukiana. And I don't think that's what it was. I just think that she fucked up. You know,
you was basically trying to give her something. I don't think she was thinking that deep.
Yeah, I don't
think she took it that deep.
That was probably part of the problem.
But I wanted that for her. You know what I'm saying? Because I hate to see us out here like that.
I do. And I really feel like those are in certain places and positions are the ones that should be able to say something.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people got mad at Felicia for Rashad.
Thank you for saying her name right.
Well, that's what she said her name was. Felicia. But a lot of people got mad at her for saying what she said to some of the young ladies. And it's like, that's our elder.
Yeah.
We've lost respect and honor to our elders.
That's all
it's
what
an
she
elder.
Yes.
She was just saying some of the young ladies need to cover it up.
Oh yeah.
Like I was in McDonald's yesterday, and when I say the most forest hood rats, they start twerking. I said, excuse me, for real. I don't mean it. I'm not being disrespectful. It's a little girl right here.
Come on,
can y'all chill?
Come on.
And she's like, old ass thing. And I said to myself, I just looked at her like, okay.
Like we're disrespecting our elders.
And we disrespect
and don't disrespect the kids either, because they gotta see this. Like, they have to watch this.
But look, her great grandmama was watching her. You know what I mean? I ain't talking about the grandma because the baby had to be like 3. This is like her great grandmother was watching her, right?
It was 2 greats.
Probably so.
That's even more sad. That's greatly sad.
It's great.
Exactly.
I don't know how many people got great around here.
That's the lesson.
I mean, come on, they having children. Grandma's is 37.
That's true, but great grandmas.
Yeah.
How many got great?
Yeah.
I ain't make it to
my
the first.
My granny's a great.
See,
wow. But she's about to be 81 this month.
That's what I'm saying. So they got some.
So just imagine a 3-year-old. She got a great.
She got 4 generations.
The greatest. Okay.
She got the greatest. Like the world's greatest.
And all of them still need their hands held. So let's go to the topic of the day, y'all. Today's topic, and this is what we talk about: cries for help.
Wow.
I mean, I think those little young girls yesterday was crying out for help.
That was a great role in.
Yeah,
I like how you did that.
Yeah, I did that.
You didn't even know what the
sometimes systems work, so
I did know
it
what
worked.
the topic was. The hell you mean? I do my research.
Miss Monique said, I remember when Shanae named Ugly Wanda was a hit. She said, I didn't think of them as less as a man. It was just comedy. That's how she looked at it. That's good.
That's interesting. So do you feel like it's okay if the manhood is not jeopardized, or if you can watch it and still be like, hey, I know that this is just a character?
I would say if the
that's a no for you.
I don't want my man doing it.
I'm
gonna tell you that right now.
If the man counterparts wasn't in the scene or in the story was emasculated by her, then I wouldn't feel no way.
Mrs. Doubtfire was funny.
I like Tyler Perry.
It was hilarious. I just wouldn't want my man doing it.
You talking about Mrs. Doubtfire?
Yeah. Mrs. Doubtfire, Big Mama House, Medea, any of them. We could take it all the way down to Eastside Ivo. I don't like it.
Eastside
Ivo. You see how far? Look, and let me tell you, he is a descendant of that.
Yeah,
he grew up watching that, and he said, "You know what? I'm going to show the people what I perceived of it," and that's what he saw.
Well, can I ask you a question? So, if a man was making $90 million a year, you wouldn't mind?
I mean, put that dress on. Hey, baby, doing like a jumpy day.
Okay,
listen, $90 million. No, seriously. I don't want my man doing it.
And
think about how good the film can do afterwards.
I already said it made sense with some of those roles. Now, Medea funny. Medea was different.
Yeah.
But I'm saying the reason why is because if you actually break down the story of like Mrs. Doubtfire, he was doing it because he could have access to his kids.
That was a great.
You understand? So like it was a storyline as to why he was doing it. With Big Mama's house, it was a storyline. Like they trying to catch a criminal. You know, like it made sense. But Medea is just
you somebody grandma.
Yeah,
it makes sense because that's the dynamic of our family.
What I'm saying is, but get a woman to do it. Let me not take that away from.
I get it because you think it'll be the same.
I'm not saying it in any disrespectful way. What I'm saying is, if it makes sense for the character, like John Travolta did it in Hairspray. It did make sense for me for him to be a woman in that. You know what I mean?
He was playing a gay role though.
It did not make sense for him to be a man dressed up as a woman having a door. Like that did not make sense.
Well,
if it makes sense. Like
it don't make money, it don't make sense.
It didn't make sense.
Well,
he playing a woman and for what?
Because he could. I mean,
so this is people free will.
But what we're saying is,
could they not have casted a woman to do that?
That's my point.
That's all she.
I don't think it would have been the same
if they casted a black.
But here's
grandma.
the thing: what did he? What did he do though?
Like Tyler Perry?
No, you didn't even see Hairspray, so I can't talk to you about it. I'm not even going to talk to you about it. What I'm saying is, John Travolta.
Watch Hairspray. Just watch it.
No, John Travolta.
I think you can miss
was
it.
Dressed,
Thank you.
He was dressed as a woman, and he played a mother. But
no
it had
reason.
For no reason. What I'm saying is, it had nothing to do with being gay or anything.
Right. It was just this is the character.
That was his character.
Right.
You didn't see it.
It's not right. It's wrong. It's not right. It's wrong.
So again,
why couldn't they have just casted a woman to play that role?
Because they crying out
because
for
they that's true. That could be a cry for help, but they may not have felt like that woman could really cast that role.
If you had Mrs. Doubtfire, Big Mama's house, they were undercover, and not only that, they came out of the outfit.
Well, the whole thing
for a minute.
The whole thing, Tyler Perry. I understand Tyler Perry because he started it off with stage play.
He was on comedy. I get it,
and it was comedy. And I like when he broke the fourth wall when he was like, "Hey, girl, get that." You heard what I said. You know what I mean? It was funny.
Well, his came on as a comedy.
When I was a kid, that scared me.
It was a microphone.
We were.
That's what threw me because I'm like, what is that?
Right there in the middle of the week. Yeah. We went to go see Tyler Perry. He came here. You know what I'm saying? And he told this story. He said, you know what? I was living in my car and blah, blah, blah. I'll never forget this. We were sitting between the first and the third row. I can't remember, but we were really close to the stage. And he was talking, he was in character, and next thing I know, it was a man voice that came out.
Yeah.
That scared the hell out of me.
Traumatizing.
That scared me because I did not know that was a man.
Gotcha.
I thought that was somebody big ass grandma.
Because he portrayed the role so good.
Me?
Yeah,
what if a woman couldn't do that? No shade, but
the funny part is,
oh no, I think I did know, but I just think that it's scary because I think we were still watching the plays on
for me
DVD or something. I don't remember, but that was scary.
As a play, it makes sense because he was going for comedy. Some of the roles make sense. Some of the roles
as long as it's funny. If it make you laugh, it's cool.
But it has to make sense for me.
Good morning, Dorian.
Good morning, my beautiful black people.
Good morning, Dorian.
There's some historical context to this, and it kind of comes from a long time ago as what we call minstrels, and we call in vaudeville. Okay, there was a term where for comedic purposes only, a man would dress up like a woman, and then you had comedian females that would dress up like a man.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes, correct.
Now, as far as Tyler Perry, he started in the circuit of black theater doing that. And like he said before, he himself said, hey, that him putting the dress on and impersonating his grandmother got him $1 billion. Okay?
Yeah.
That's what you get. You get Flip Wilson back in the early 70s.
Yep, he started it. He was the first black man on TV.
I know who Flip Wilson is.
Tony Curtis. It's not just black men wearing dresses. It's white men doing this as well. Tony Curtis made a huge amount of money and doing this kind of stuff.
Milton Berle, Steve Martin, correct.
Milton Berle, Steve Martin. There was always it's a comedic. It's like almost a comedic like a byproduct. You know, it's like a prop. You know, you look at Jamie. We talked about Wanda. No one complained. Everybody was not questioning Martin's manhood or Jamie Foxx's manhood when they was doing Wanda and doing Chanie, like somebody even said earlier in the comments. So at this point now, I think it's an old comedic trope. We don't need to do it no more. But if someone decides they want to wear a dress, what are we to trip on? If it's going to get them paper, it's going to create a laugh or whatnot or whatever. I used to think the same way. I used to be like, ain't no man should be doing this, da-da-da-da-da. But in reality, if you really do your homework, and this is why his story is so important, is to know this context. And just like Brittany said, you got, if you look at Mrs. Doubtfire, you look at how they presented the movie, they presented him being a man first, right? Matter of fact, there was Dustin Hoffman and Tootsie back in the early 80s.
Yes.
You know, like me and Miles know we come from, like, this was nothing not normal. You know, you don't have every artist, every guy don't have to dress up and put a dress on, but if you're doing comedy, you mean Martin Short was wearing dresses, Steve Martin was wearing dresses.
It was a whole bunch of white boys.
I mean, they all wear them. Patrick Swayze, don't leave him out.
Jim Carrey, his manhood should be questioned. He was wearing a dress.
He also talked out of his butt.
He did. That was funny.
Yeah, he did. But I'm not questioning their manhood. I'm saying that for me, I don't mind it as long as it makes sense. That's all I'm saying. It has to make sense. I don't care. Yeah.
And very rarely have you seen movies where it didn't make sense. Okay, now you had Ving Rhames in
Holiday Heart.
Holiday Heart. Matter of fact, Miss Food with Wesley Snipes. He put on a dress. They were presented
I remember him having a dress on.
Transvestites, right?
Yeah, they're all trans.
Yeah, if it makes sense, I get it.
It was made sense in the script as to what they were putting out, and there's very rarely when you're gonna see something like, he just put on a dress and it's stupid, blah blah blah.
Dave Chappelle believed otherwise.
Well, I think that's everybody has their belief.
But I think that's where it kind of.
And I think I'm more on the Dave side because y'all ain't about to make me believe that
where a lot
putting
of
on a dress is the only way you can be funny.
Yeah. I think that's where this started coming from when Dave Chappelle has something to say about. And
I'm not from your generation, so that's why I wasn't speaking up back then. Mm-hmm. But I'm pretty sure if I was your age, I would still feel the same way. And that's just what it is. Like we wasn't talking about it because we weren't there.
Tell me this, Tia. If they had you dressed like a butch. Okay, I'm
about to play a stud in my next movie.
Girl, shut the hell up.
You know what I'm saying? This is no bull crap. You know what I'm saying? I understand the art and the craft, but all I'm saying is if y'all telling me that Tyler Perry couldn't have that same influence without him putting that dress on, I just dare not believe it.
I mean, because
I don't think he would have had. But I think he goes. I believe that he would have that much. I believe that if he would have wrote these plays exactly how he wrote them and put a woman who can play that same woman that he was trying to play, it would have still hit the same way. I don't think because he was a man in a dress that made it go.
I think the fact that he can play different roles.
The fact that he's 6'4".
That's what I'm saying. If we could find a big woman, a big lady
with long titties,
dress her up like that. Dress her up like that character.
It's funny. It's funny knowing that he's ridiculous. It's funny
but
him being
the
a man.
character was basically his grandmother, so only he would be able to.
That's not true. As an actress, I'm gonna tell you that is not true.
Oscar said I can act, so there are things I don't have to do.
I mean, people act no disrespect.
I know that's right, Oscar.
No disrespect to Oscar.
Let him be.
But here's the thing: when people say, "But there's certain things I don't have to do,"
he don't want to do. He don't want to compromise in that way.
So here's the thing: of course, you don't want to compromise, right? Mm-hmm. But at the same time, you have to know which your journey is different from everybody else's journey. And when people opportunity come up, like Jamie Foxx never had a chance to show, when he tried to show all all of his talents, they were shunned.
I'm gonna tell y'all this right now. Y'all ain't gonna see Jamie playing no woman in today's time. He did that at the start of his career because that's how he had to get on. Same with everybody else. Yeah, ain't nobody doing that right now that's already made it.
Of course
Period.
not.
Tyler ain't even doing it no more. He made Madea die, I think Madea done died.
Yeah, but I think she coming back.
She coming back to life.
She better come back.
It's called the resurrection. Madea, the resurrection.
Yeah, it's actually coming back.
But let me just tell y'all this. The numbers, he had to branch off from that. The numbers then went down.
He started that character in theater.
Yeah.
So in theater, if he wanted to make the movies, he had, who else could he go play? If everybody saw you on theater as this position, as Madea, how are you going to get someone else to play Madea?
You shouldn't have never played it, is what I'm saying. Somebody else can play Madea because you casted somebody else as Madea.
No.
That's how casting goes. You write the script out, right? And then you envision somebody in your head. You don't envision yourself as your grandma. Sorry, no, I'm just playing. I'm just joking. His way was his way, but what I'm saying is I believe that with the same script, I think the writing was that good. I believe that he could have wrote that part for a woman and he would have still had this. Because it was his face. It's his story. I don't think that we could have changed his story.
But everybody can't bring the same thing to
So
camera.
can everybody just go watch number 1 on the call sheet? That's all I gotta say.
Right.
Just go watch number 1 on the call sheet. It's on Apple TV. Watch part 1 and part 2. It's gonna be something totally different.
I think part 3 they're gonna start bringing out the Tylers.
I don't think they are.
No, I really
don't think that they are.
You don't think
They're
so?
done.
I think they're done.
They're done.
Because they said enough.
They're not gonna say anything. There's nothing else to say.
Dorian, thank you.
What made y'all think they come out and say that all of a sudden right now? Whatever they said.
The number 1 on the call sheet.
What made them just come out all of a sudden?
No, it ain't all of a sudden.
No, it wasn't all of a sudden. I think it's been I think they've been showing because
first of all, it's on Apple TV.
Yeah.
Let's say it like that.
Yeah.
And the way you have to see it, you be like, oh, this motherfucker laid out. It ain't no.
It's beautifully
What made
done.
them do it?
I think because blacks have it's different for us now when it comes to film, right? And like now we have more opportunity, we have different things going on, and now it's like we can shoot our own things. Okay. And I think the purpose of them saying, because that was in there, they're like, we got billionaires now, we can do it. We can do it ourselves. And they've done like they're the ones that opened the door for us to even do what we doing here in Detroit.
Yeah, and
Boomerang was the first all black rom-com cast. Independent though, like
and they show clips from Eddie Murphy when he did a press run. He was like, "Yeah, people just mad because there's no white people."
There was no white. It was white people in it, but there was no main. There was no main white people.
Had no vocals.
Who else has done that?
Nobody.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Tyler done it. Even our boy Spike Lee didn't do it.
But whatever, it was basically paying homage, like being number 1 on the call sheet and basically saying like the type of pressure that it was and the doors and things that they knocked down and things like that. It was good.
How it meant different to different people.
It was different for everybody. Yeah.
It was definitely different for other people who being number 1 on the call sheet.
But to hear Denzel Washington talk about Black Panther the way that he did was like, wow, okay, like it really touched him. Like he said I was emotional.
Yeah,
when I saw that because of where he came from.
Because of where he came.
He's
seen it all.
Yeah,
So pretty much.
Him, Morgan Freeman, they were just like, yo, Black
They
Panther.
had Morgan on there.
Yeah.
Morgan been grown all his life.
Listen,
Morgan Freeman was on there, and that's what
I know this got some
like,
tea.
he was like Sidney Poitier. They had little clips from him on there.
They had Samuel on there.
No, they didn't have him on there.
They mentioned
that he was mentioned.
Okay,
but he was mentioned.
But all of them was executive producers. That's what I really loved about it.
I didn't see it on the first one, but I saw it on the second one. But Nia Long, she is something.
Yeah,
she's something. I like her, but she's something.
She wanted them to be like, get Nia. They be like,
Well, she said something that I really liked because she was like, people find it real weird that I like to redo my own makeup after it was done, my touch-ups, right? And they was like, well, don't you care if they think that you're being labeled as difficult? She was like, I don't care. Every woman has been labeled as difficult in this business.
I think that would be making it easier if that was the case for whoever doing makeup.
She was basically saying,
you can't even put no lip gloss on. Ask for some lip gloss.
Really?
And they think you're supposed to have a dry lip. Man, give me some lip gloss, man.
Okay.
What is wrong with y'all?
Who wants to come dry lip?
Well,
you don't like to wake up with lip gloss. I do that in my real life. I wake up on my sleep and put some lip gloss on.
Me too. I ain't gonna lie.
Well, that's one thing they were saying definitely about films.
It's just fake.
people just pretty as hell when they wake up on Tubi.
I told you. I had one friend tell me, she said, once you start worrying about what you look like on camera, you're gonna be a better actor.
You're gonna be a better actor
because that's not your job.
Yeah,
the director's job is supposed to make you look good.
And once the director start caring about what people look like on camera, will be better.
But I don't even necessarily think of. I don't
hear me out. Casting. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Once you pick the talent over this look, will be better.
Will be better. Yeah.
That's all I mean. Yeah. Right at the very start of this thing.
Because everybody isn't gorgeous and sexy.
But they can
some
act their
people
ass
are
off.
weird and quirky. Like that's what makes people in character.
And once people in production companies
we look like we real life friends.
And once people start,
and I just told somebody, all the friends ain't gonna be fine as hell. That's not realistic. It is very real. Hear me out. No. Real friends.
Look,
not a group of chicks that you called to hang out tonight. Not them. I'm talking about your
in
friends.
a regular group of friends, it's gonna be
everybody is
on a higher and lower scale.
It's not realistic.
They're not Haitians, but it's not realistic.
Yeah,
that's that's what I was talking about, right? Casting. That's 90% of the movie. Nobody does chemistry reads or nobody tries to see, okay, let me see how they mesh together. Let me put them on screen together, how they look. That's why they were doing screen testings back in the day, which they still do now. Nobody goes that deep into it's a blueprint.
I will tell you guys this, and nobody tell me this, but I just did my first chemistry read, for my movie, and this was something that I didn't learn, going. It's just something that I thought needed to be done.
Yes.
I need to see if these motherfuckers even feel good together.
Yeah,
I need to feel that. I need to look at that and see that, and feel that,
and record it,
and recorded it.
So Damon Wayans, I don't know if you saw his interview on Club Shay Shay.
I did,
and you saw the part where they wanted him for Jerry Maguire. Him and Tom Cruise went out, met, talked. Tom Cruise was like, he's too tall. He's too tall.
Like looking up like this.
Yeah.
It feels awkward.
Exactly. It was a shame with same with Shonda Rhimes with her and Kerry Washington for Scandal. She had, they met, they had dinner. It's like, okay, I liked it. Will and Martin.
Really?
Yeah, you have to. When I started acting, we was encouraged to go out with our scene partner and talk to them.
Oh no, don't do that. Remember that happened to me.
Should I this too far?
I got trauma behind that.
We thought I was just playing.
No.
Remember I told you. Remember I got fired from the situation?
Oh, that situation.
That's it, because they made us go out and hang out, and then somebody. That was a mess, y'all.
Oh,
that can backfire, but I understand. That was we were building real chemistry.
Yeah. It's different when you're on screen. So because what I was gonna say, go back to the director. The director should be worried about what are you pulling out of that character, making people feel when it comes to that character. Not necessarily what you look like, but what is this person feeling? What is the audience feeling at this moment?
But that's up to the producer. The producer need to know what type
that ain't the producer.
No. A producer need to know what type of director he's hiring.
Oh, okay,
that's number one.
That's number one, yeah.
That's number two is, but if the producer is so infatuated with how many numbers somebody got on social media, that's some people y'all shouldn't be working with.
You already lost with that.
Oh, I lost it because I ain't even at 1,000 on my
you already lost
IG. I'm lost.
No, and this is what I'm saying.
I'm still working. Praise God. Still working. Praise God.
Because the work worked for itself. It's for itself.
Yeah.
Kenneth says, if a man put on a dress to get on, what else would you do to get on? Well, Kenneth, I would say
That's
this.
Interesting.
Some of them already on.
Right.
Like some men are already on.
So why
and
are you putting this on then?
Because listen,
you just like it. So you put this on. This the only one. Please. So the ones that's already on, right?
So you feel like the early on in the game ones got the pass to do it.
You know what I'm saying? You trying to get to the next level.
So I got a question.
Hold on, wait a minute. A dress don't make you get to the next level. However,
I'm getting these people to the next level.
I would say this. Kevin Hart put on a dress recently.
Got him to the next level.
No, I thought it was recently.
He did it recently.
For what?
I can't remember.
Because he been falling out.
But here's my question.
Because that's why he been doing.
So is it you been seeing him all on the podcast? He's soaking up all the little young comedians' juice. He's everywhere. Kevin Hart has fallen off. He got to stay relevant at this point.
I got a question.
He just
you don't think so?
He was just on a tiny desk talking about how he fell off and how he's coming back.
No, he did his chocolate drop. That was funny.
He was talking about y'all want me back. I'm coming back. I ain't been having no sold out shows.
question.
I just seen another person say, when is the last time y'all went to a Kevin Hart show and saw it sold out?
I never seen the Kevin Hart show.
Exactly.
Only on Netflix.
I would never go see a Kevin Hart
See what
show.
I'm saying?
I seen him live.
He's never
You
been.
did?
But I don't know if it was sold out.
He
Yeah.
only funny
I thought
on
Kevin
screen.
Hart was on the top until I started
He
hearing
was.
all
Do y'all,
At one
do y'all
point.
think it's the same for women
Yeah.
when they reverse the role?
this. As far as what?
I mean,
Doing the lesbians or, you know.
It's rare though.
it's not
Yeah.
rare. It's more
I
common.
don't see it that much.
Well,
I'll tell you, when I
more
did
so
Broad
now
Day-
than I ever had.
It's
When I-
more
when I
common.
did-
It's more
Yeah.
When I
common.
did Broad Day, I was very like, because you're like, she a tomboy, you know, real. I said, but is she, you know?
Right.
And they was like, oh no, she ain't no dyke. I'm like, okay, I can do that.
Yeah.
But it still was
But
like,
you
yo.
wouldn't play a dyke.
No, I don't
No,
do.
you don't want to play a dyke. That's just something you don't.
I just don't wanna do
care
it.
to do. You don't care
Yeah.
to put that out there.
Yeah, no, I'm not interested.
Got it.
But doing Broad Day was very kind of for me because somebody asked
It was
me,
on
like,
the edge.
Was you gay in the movie?
They
and I was
felt
like,
it.
no,
They felt
I
the
wasn't
energy.
gay. I was
Yeah.
just being black,
Yeah, on
trying
the
to
tomboy
like,
side,
You know why they say that? Because if you see a bitch, smack a bitch.
But she was just. But that's why I was like, I still have my nails. You know, like I still did it that way.
Yeah.
But it's. I feel like it'd be like you have to be. Like with the whole set it off, I didn't know at that time that Queen Latifah was. I'm like, I thought she was, but then it was confirmed. I was like, oh, okay.
That was her time, her perfect time to tell everyone that she was gay.
Well, Halle Berry did it in the movie, the fight movie that she did, and I don't know why.
Right.
She had sex with the woman and everything. It didn't even make sense.
Listen, the whole thing is...
I just saw that too. I can't.
Said it didn't make sense.
Hey, y'all, listen. Y'all got to realize it's all movie. So it's
It's entertainment.
It's not
But you
based-
say that because you're not an actor.
No, first of all,
You're
no,
not an actor.
First of all, I'm about to be in somebody's movie.
No, but what I'm saying is, if you are an actor and you're being introduced and people might not know who you are,
Yeah.
some people, you might play the role so well, people be like, yo,
Yeah.
wait a minute.
Is that you?
It's that, cause you're not an actor.
But
I feel like that's what makes a good actor.
You said what?
I feel like that's what makes a good actor.
It
Taking
does,
roles
but
that
then
you don't normally
sometimes-
play.
But sometimes you get caught in that,
And
or
that's
you
what
get
I was
stuck
just
in
gonna
that,
say.
and then people only see you as that.
Yeah.
That's
so you
true.
have to be careful.
That's
Or what
true.
about when you get stuck in that for real? And it ain't even about what people see for you, but what you start to feel for yourself.
Exactly.
Like I was just watching a documentary when they were
I would
talking about
start feeling
Tupac.
gay, though.
They said Tupac was not really like that before Juice. And they said that Juice character got him stuck into that gangster role, but before then he was like
feminine.
He was more feminine, he was more soft, more in tune with that. And next thing you know, he
smoked cigarettes like
Hey,
this.
Tia, now you got the juice.
See what I'm saying? You know, like, so don't, you know, what if you get caught up in that and you get stuck?
Well, that's why
Yeah.
Heath Ledger
Killed himself.
He killed himself. He got so deep into the Joker that
Y'all
he could not
remember
come out of
when I
it.
played-
My man Desmond, what's his name, Idris, who played on Snowfall.
Yeah.
He said he got so caught up into that he had to remove himself from it because it was
And
so.
He had to go to the fucking jungle and
Yeah.
realize he was.
And the same
somebody
with
else.
Cookie and Taraji with that role. She said that she had to release and go on an island or something for 3 months just to get that Cookie energy off of her.
Because when she started doing movies, all I saw was Cookie.
That's it. She said
Every
she
time
had
I seen
to
her,
get
I'm like,
that
there
off
go
of her.
Cookie.
Yeah.
There
Yeah.
go Cookie. So that's
Yeah.
why I'm like, you gotta be.
You turn into that.
Well, she was one of my acting coaches, and he said, "This is your instrument, your body." And he was saying everything we do is all spiritual.
Absolutely.
So he was even saying like, when he has to play like death roles and stuff like that, he said he has to be really, because this is your tool.
Your
This
temple.
yeah. So
absolutely.
we got to be careful what we doing. So that's why it's certain roles. It's like,
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to do that.
Very true. Richard Heath said, I recently found out that Will Smith and Martin were not originally cast to star in Bad Boys. It was supposed to be John Lovitz and Dana Carvey.
See, I always knew that from what I read, it was always Martin. It wasn't Will.
No, so no, the script landed in in Martin's hands.
Yeah, it wasn't supposed to, but he didn't want Will at first.
No, they wanted Eddie Murphy.
Yeah.
And they was like, no, Eddie Murphy is might cost too much. And
because he was too in the Beverly Hills Cop. Like that's what they were trying to get away from.
Well, the whole thing is the same people who did this one was the same guy who did Beverly Hills Cop.
Yeah, I know.
So
because they marketed it the same way.
Right, but the script was existing.
That makes so much sense.
The script was almost 10 years before Bad Boys even shown up.
You talking about Beverly Hills?
No, Bad Boys.
Oh.
Bad Boys was wrote almost 10 years before it went to
yeah, that's pretty much how all Hollywood films.
And so by the time it fell into Martin was the hottest dude on TV. and they wanted to get the TV feel, and they felt as if Eddie wouldn't bring the TV feel. It would bring
Eddie's
the film.
in a whole different category.
He's definitely
He's not even in the same.
That nigga
He's not even part of.
Leave that man be.
Watch it. Hold on.
Leave that man. Don't nobody even say. Leave that man be.
I'm about to ask Chanie and Tia this because they ain't see it. How many times do you think Eddie Murphy ever auditioned?
I feel like earlier on he had to, but once people
How many times though?
He's probably auditioned about 3 times.
How about what you think?
Maybe 15, 20 out of his whole career.
Hell no, one time.
Yeah.
Really?
Denzel Washington auditioned them one time too.
Yeah.
He said he ain't been on an audition in 30-some years. He don't even know what an audition is.
So they just call him.
Eddie Murphy did one audition and ain't never auditioned a day in his life.
A day in his life.
In fact, he has so much pull on everything because mind you, he was 21 doing this big. He had so much pull on Boomerang. The director was like, "Yeah, I want a helicopter," and he was like, "But it's too big of a budget. We're not gonna do it." Eddie Murphy said, "You want the helicopter?" He was like, "Yeah." I made one phone call. Yeah. Helicopter was there the next day. He said, "Who the hell is Eddie Murphy?"
Yeah, exactly.
Eddie Murphy is not even from this planet.
Eddie Murphy is a whole different breed.
I don't even, and he doesn't even know. He was like, "I just was being me."
I think people
and that'll take you far.
I think if Keenan and Eddie did what Jay-Z and Will Smith is doing now, I think the industry would be way different.
Look, Keenan and Eddie Murphy, so much respect for them. Like
Keenan was on the show as well.
No, and that's another thing. That's what I said. I think they're gonna do a Samuel Jackson, Keenan.
I don't think that they are. Keenan is not interviewing. He's not. He doesn't have to. He will not interview. He's just not going to do it.
I'm not going to do that.
He's not going to do it. But basically, Keenan.
Damon went on there?
No.
What they did with Saturday Night Live, Keenan basically took all of that and created In Living Color. Mm-hmm. And they came to him for In Living Color.
I tell people
after
when
he did the show. What was the movie he did? I'm gonna get you, I'm gonna get you, sucker. Yeah. So after he did that,
Hollywood Shuffle and I'm gonna get you, sucker.
Hollywood came to him for In Living Color, and they was able to do whatever you want to do, and that's where the line came from. You can do what you want to do.
Yep, I seen the movie.
Well, actually, that was on the interview.
It was, wasn't it?
Yeah, like trying to get somebody. That was your cry for help.
My cry.
Do you think that people that always want to do for others are kind of just always showing up just like that is cries for help because people don't show up for them?
Yes.
It could be.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, 100%.
But I think it should just be their part of their character too.
Yeah.
Just to be a good person.
Yeah, they could. No, not even good. Like, hey, I'm gonna say I'm a person. I do what I say I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
If I say I'm gonna show up, I'm gonna show up.
Yeah, so just the person.
So it could just be the person's character.
But a person that's always there for themselves, it's hard to be always there for other people as well. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
You know, so it kind of go. It's yin and yang, I would say, on that. You know,
what's the yang part about it?
I
just had to ask you.
You play so much, you know.
Yin yang.
Because when you're really showing up for yourself, you start to see how much people aren't showing up for themselves. So now it's like I can't enable you. Gotcha. You know what I'm saying? It's hard for me to enable you. Like, you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing, and you keep coming to me for help. Mm-hmm. And although I said that I would do this one time, or maybe even two, by that third time, wrap it up.
Yeah. Heavy on wrap it up.
Or maybe it'd be a time that you need to just partner up with people and just say what it is. Like, I need you as a partner in this because this is not my strong suit.
Yeah.
I tell anybody.
Somebody that know how to take the ego out of it.
You can't get into partnership with everybody.
Because let me ask you this, Chanie. Are you a person who always needs help?
Not
Are you
always.
a very needy person?
Not always.
No, you are.
I can be.
No,
though.
you are.
I can't
no, you
be,
are.
I can be, but I don't think that I necessarily put it out in the forefront. But I can be. Mm-hmm. I need a person. Yeah.
What about you?
I'm not needy
at all. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't gonna lie. It all depends.
Don't.
I think a lot of that has to do with
the Leo.
Yeah. Because you know how people say that you carry things strongly and like. Because I would be, I guess, considered the strong friend. People say, "Oh, I don't think nothing wrong because I carry it well." But yeah, I feel like I can be.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
I'm gonna figure it out.
In a relationship?
Just period.
Yeah,
in a relationship, I'm a needy motherfucker.
Oh, yeah, that's
you
different.
needy, not in a relationship.
Shut your ass up.
Can you go do this? Can you give me some green?
Can you? I say grapes.
Can you give me some grapes? Like, you needy, period.
First of all, you called me. You said, Miles, I'm going to the grocery market.
Because you asked. No, for
real.
When you go back to the grocery, bring me some grapes.
Brett, like, listen.
I would be a terrible person to go and not.
Exactly.
At least.
That's what I said. If you missed that phone call,
can I get some grapes?
You missed the grape, bro.
Grape, beanie, grape. But I'm not
I'm
going
going back to comedy. I quit drama. Going to comedy.
Comedy.
That's how I started. I started in comedy.
I love comedy.
I love comedy.
Me too.
If you can make me laugh, that's what gets me.
Listen,
you know what I mean?
I'm over crying. I want to cry no more. I'm tired of crying.
Just give me a
I don't want to die no more. I don't want to shoot nobody no more. I just want to make people laugh.
But the way you die.
I hate him.
That's so crazy.
I can't stand him.
Oh boy!
I'm going back to comedy.
Somebody write
me a
You the deaf person I ever.
So she gonna play
that
dead.
was good makeup. That was very good makeup.
No, that wasn't makeup. That was her regular face.
That was her regular face. It's crazy.
No, I'm talking about with the aesthetics of the blood and everything. Yeah,
y'all play too much.
That was my face. I worked hard on that.
Yeah, no, not makeup isn't makeup. I mean, like the makeup and wardrobe on set, they did a good job.
Them goddamn grapes will do to you.
You know how long I couldn't breathe.
Okay.
Like, hold on. With that camera.
No, for real, because you can't have your chest pumping.
I told him, I said, y'all tell me when to do it because, baby, I only got about 8 seconds of moving my breath.
Yeah.
But anyways.
You got shot the fuck up. Shout out to the name of the movie is
Broad Day.
Mm-hmm.
Check it out on TV right now. TVEI is the app. Download it and watch it. It's number 1 on listen.
It's a bunch of us on there. Yeah. I mean, Detroit's on there. Like Detroit films on there. Yeah, Detroit on there.
Shout out to the people who put their films on TV. So the claims.
That's so funny because literally the A is the part that's held out.
Anyway.
What the grade?
In the grades.
The grade.
Y'all play all day. They in the comments talking about the grade.
That's what I said. I didn't bring them today. The A is the one that's
Brittany has to be stopped, man.
Somebody said that the other day. They was like, Brittany has to be stopped because when I get on my roll, I'm on the roll, and then when I quit, I quit.
I'm done with y'all.
I'm done.
Roll your ass out this door.
Can I say something?
Shout out to Mr. Hayes with it though.
I hope so. You got the microphone.
Y'all know that that black stuff that men spray in their hair, like when they hairlines and stuff. The Beijing.
Yeah. What about it?
I just really want to say
much
this from the bottom of my heart.
Too much.
Yeah. I think that when it
just don't lay down.
I just want to say this: when it comes a time where you got to start spraying the Beijing because your hairline is pushed back or whatever, I think it's safe to just go ahead and cut it all off.
I don't know though.
I think that's easy to say because we not losing ours.
That's what I said.
You
not
look
yet,
stupid.
though. Not yet.
And if I give you a hug and you leave that shit on my shirt, you never.
That's what I said. Just don't lay down on the pillow.
You know what bothers me though?
First of all, you shouldn't be
on my shirt.
It's the hair dust.
First of all, you shouldn't be hugging no nigga that small.
Wait. Hold on, wait. It's not the Beijing for me. It's the white chalk line.
Listen. Oh, I like that. That lets me know that you got a fresh look.
It's the white chalk line for me.
They still walk around with the chalk line?
It's chalk line.
Okay, chill on them.
But I'm pretty sure they feel the same way when women wear their lashes and wear their hair and do stuff like that. So I feel like we gotta be cool.
Them YNs walking around like the 10
about it. I'm not gonna be cool about it. I don't want to see that no more.
You don't like the chalk?
No, not the chalk.
Oh, I was gonna say, I like the chalk.
I'm gonna be honest.
You like the what the fuck you like the chalk for?
Here's my
thing. It lets me know that they just left the shop.
Here's my thing.
The mother walk around looking like the 10 man on Wiz.
He's so mad. You like
so what I don't like is if your beard is not fully in there, just wear a goatee.
Yeah.
Like if your beard ain't,
you want it to connect. You need it to
would you rather
connect.
them spray to spray? Had that stuff on there to fill it in?
No, if it ain't connecting, just don't let it connect.
I'd rather them put it on their head than their face.
I put it like this, y'all.
So the black spray.
If you got a bald head with a beard, baby, you living life, okay?
The truth
you
is,
look good.
That's
and it connects, you're fine.
That's what I'm trying to say. As a woman, we like that look better than a pushback look with the black spray at the top.
Listen,
okay, how much spray we spraying?
I'm talking about half a fucking head.
Because you know how you got a little corners.
You got half the head spray.
If you do a little corner, fellas, that's all right with me.
I'm talking about straight all the way.
If your beard wash off and we go swimming, don't do it.
Don't do it, please.
That's all I'm saying.
If you gonna start sweating,
get with your women in the winter.
And if you start leaking,
now
don't do
we
it.
not about to be at the barbecue and you patting your face.
But that's they cry out for help. Listen.
That is the cry for help.
So I want to say this, you guys.
That is the cry for help.
I just tagged the hair care. So Aziza's hair care repair is in the comments. I just tagged because I just thought about this.
Yeah,
and I believe that it can patch that patchiness up. I don't know if it can grow your hair follicles back from the top. I don't know because I heard that's spiritual. Right? I heard that's spiritual. So I don't know if it can get that back. But if you got a patchy beard,
say it's you versus you.
I seen her promoting that she can get a patchy beard full.
Okay.
So let's go back to the question that was asked, Sue. Great,
tell them, dude.
Okay.
What do y'all feel about women playing lesbian roles as not lesbians?
Well, I just said how I felt about it.
We went there.
We love watching lesbians.
She said that. The reason why I wanted to play the lesbian role was because the other role was just too much of what I've already done. Gotcha. I felt like to give myself range and to show what I can really do and how well I am as an actress, I felt like giving myself something else. No, I'm not about to be sleeping with a woman on camera. Just like y'all don't see me sleeping with a man on camera, you know? So no, I'm not about to be doing that, but I am going to try to tap into that energy with the big, a bigger clothes. I'm not cutting my nails. So that's it. I might do a nude polish or something, but
it still with nails.
It's the stems. It's gonna be a soft stud.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? She might have some braids or something like that. But I just wanted to show range, honestly. I just didn't see.
So what's the difference between the man wearing the dress and showing range?
And that's why I feel like it's okay because it's just showing range.
And that's why I said what I said.
Yeah,
that's why I asked the question.
If it makes sense for the story.
You seeing your man dressed as a woman is the range? I mean, I gotta stop making these men mine. That's my problem.
No, for real. Everybody see a man.
My man.
Them others, but not my man.
I want to tell y'all, I ain't never dated an actor in my life. So I don't know why I'm identifying with this.
Would you date an actor?
No. See, because they doing shit like this, though.
I tell everybody
they're doing stuff like this.
But why, though? They'll understand.
No, I don't need you to understand.
And I don't need you.
But you're going to get with a guy that does a regular 9 to 5 and he don't understand y'all world.
He do understand. He gonna learn today. He gonna have to learn to understand.
You wanna know why? I don't want you being in the camera as much as me. And a lot of male actors like attention. I don't like my man that like
y'all could be making
attention.
money.
No, we can't.
Wow.
I don't even want to say what I wanted to say because a lot of these people are my friends. Okay, but
especially ones in Beijing. Wow.
Okay, just a little bit on the edge, fellas.
If he's a male actor who don't like attention, then that's the one for me.
Well, he gonna be an extra then somewhere in the back.
No, like some male actors do their thing and they don't want to be seen.
So how you feel about
like Denzel Washington is a male actor who doesn't like attention,
right?
But he's in leading roles.
But he doesn't like attention.
So you could date an actor
as long as he doesn't like attention.
So as long as
you keep thinking me being in front of the camera means I like attention.
But what if it's given? What if it's not something he seeks?
Denzel Washington doesn't do anything with
it. No.
Do you see Denzel Washington doing anything for attention? Do you see Martin doing anything for attention?
But he appears on red carpets and things like that.
He ain't attention seeking. Lance Gross fine stuff ain't doing nothing.
But they show up on red carpets. They take the pictures. They're in leading roles.
That's what I'm saying.
They not at the Diddy parties having a blast. That's what you're trying to say.
That's what I'm saying.
That's all she's saying. They not showing up everywhere.
They not on social media. Hey, look at me. That's what I mean by attention.
They not on every podcast.
Question.
They have discretion to what they're doing. That's what I'm
question. How do you feel about gay men playing real heterosexual roles?
I think that's fine if we don't find out, but typically we gonna know.
Well, when I find out,
I mean,
I can't
now
see
it discredits the role.
I'm gonna just say this: a gay man gonna always be a gay man.
Yeah.
I don't give a damn if it's on screen, off screen. It's something about a gay man that I can just tell is a gay man.
Yeah.
So when you have those gay men that's playing those roles, you be like, she don't know I feel like it's a part of the script.
Exactly.
Like, you don't know.
She don't know.
So did you see For Colored Girls?
Yes, I did see that.
Amari Hardwick
is not a real gay man though. He has a wife. So
no, I know,
he
but
was
he
gay.
played gay in that.
Yeah, but it was very believable because he has a wife in real life. But if he was a real gay man playing her husband, that's where it would throw me off.
That's where it would throw you off.
Got it. So it can't be their reality. It just has to be. I know you acting.
He wasn't married when he did that role.
He had to get married
with that lady
because
for like 16 years
about to put that on my name.
Already married.
That's a 20-year-old movie.
No, it's not.
What is a 20-year-old movie? He was married when he did that movie. He was married his wife since he pretty much been in the game.
Yeah, Miles is always just trying to tell a lie.
That's why he tells us his gas station chronicles.
Right. These people don't even be there. It be nobody at the gas
Q
station.
said, "What up, gang? That's why you got to date a podcaster who's in the background." Shut up, Q.
But a podcaster likes a lot of attention too. To me,
you think so?
They like the most attention.
No, you know,
podcaster every day. Just imagine dating Miles every day.
First of all, I can never put my mind there to you.
But really.
It's never going
to really think about it like this though. Some people are fairly nervous and still has a podcast. And every time they get on See, sometimes people be like, you know what? I'm so nervous. I'm so glad that was over. But on camera, people can't tell. But it's still a thing.
You just called yourself out.
Chantel, please, okay?
They trying to make this point stick.
She really is.
People, like Chantel, please.
It's me. I'm people.
It's you. You're
honestly, for me, podcasters like attention.
They love attention. They love attention, and they kind of
shout out to
men. I'm talking about men.
Yeah.
No, I'm not talking about the women. I'm talking about the men.
The men.
First of all,
I like my man to make money and be quiet.
Yeah, I like a laid back boss that don't get to
a laid back get the job done, and you don't even know he got the job done.
I like my man not even on the internet.
It got to be a Leo thing.
Say, I don't even want him to have a phone.
It must be
for real.
You don't even need no page. What you got a page?
You really don't.
I'm the page.
It's our page, okay? That's the
like
status.
honestly, I see why Beyonce fell in love with Jay
because he's
just
out the way.
It's how he moves.
It has to be that.
Yeah, that's how he moves.
No shame.
Because love is blind, and you can tell. I say that all the time. Like you can really tell that love is blind.
Yeah,
I just don't like.
She found her person.
Todd said it for best when he was like, "You don't like flamboyant men." No, I don't.
Yeah,
I don't like men that like to crave a lot of attention.
I like a laid back boss that don't get too many likes. You can have a page. I ain't gonna say you got a page, but all of that,
like
500 likes and stuff. Hell no.
Yeah.
You get 12 likes and I'm 11 of them.
Okay. I'm 11 of them.
You're done.
No, heavy on that though.
Now that's delusion.
No, that's
the delusion you speak of.
That's not delusional. That is very doable. It's men out here that's not posting. So they're not posting.
You got niggas not doing this.
I don't want to see those niggas.
Don't do that.
I don't want to see that. I'd rather pull a phone out and you kind of have from the camera than be all in it like. I'd rather you turn your head when you see my camera.
Trying to be in here. Yeah, depending on how far we in, I really don't want to be in the picture yet. Anyway,
I like introverted men. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
no, like get that goddamn camera on my face.
Okay,
just imagine you pull your camera out, he think he in the picture.
Okay, please.
What is you doing?
Nigga, like, hold on, wait a minute. I'm not ready.
Don't worry about it. It's okay.
It's not. I mean, like. That's if you like attention, that's for certain women. I like the one that don't really like too much attention.
Hey,
he ain't gotta be shy,
not too much.
Not too much.
Yeah, it came to the 10:30 mark, so we about to take a break. We'll be right back. Y'all watching the Rise and Grind Morning Show right here on Podcasting.
Don't you go nowhere.
Don't forget to go to YouTube with Rise and Grind Morning Show and subscribe. Tell a friend. Q, get somebody to subscribe and let me know. Todd, get somebody to subscribe and let me know. Richard, get somebody subscribe and let us know. We'll be right back.
Get ready for a night of lyrics and laughter. April 19th in Music Hall with Grammy Award winner Chrisette Michelle. Also, the smooth sounds of Kindred, the Family Soul. And on the same show, get your laugh on with comedian Bruce.
Man, I went to church with my aunt. Preacher didn't get up to 12:30. We didn't leave out of Friday evening by 4 o'clock.
And your celebrity host, Omar Goody. Tickets on sale now. Available at Ticketmaster and the Music Hall box office.
So I'm gonna be like Queen Latifah and these bitches set it off. risking my life for little $2,000. We got $1 million in the hood. Somebody gonna fuck around and rob that motherfucker. We see a bitch, let's smack a bitch.
I pray that my love for you is bigger than what my parents have.
So you must be my daughter's new friend?
Candy, let me ask you a question.
Oh, so this him? This the man that comforts you more than me?
All men ain't like daddy.
That's not fair!
Hey, real quick, I know you guys are enjoying the show. Yes, we are always having a good time on the Rise and Grind show. But please, do me a favor. Go to YouTube, type in Rise and Grind Morning Show. Hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on your notifications. Therefore, you can always be in tune with our live content and interact with us, be in the comments, and we can keep bringing dope, hot content to you. Now, we're going right back to the show.
Y'all, back to the script. Chanie gotta go pee, so we be.
See, that's why you don't tell Miles nothing.
You can't tell nobody nothing.
Miles, why do you do stuff like that?
Well, she said
that's why I wouldn't tell you nothing, because you a person that like a lot of attention.
Yeah, that's exactly what she meant when she said podcasters. So we wouldn't even be able to get into it the night before without you coming. This is my life.
This is my life.
No, but that's how you are.
Yeah,
like you are a man that
tells people
talk a lot.
Walk through the hall of shame. Come on, Chanie. That's Chanie.
And then he gonna
to
do
the
this.
bathroom. She got a boo boo.
Yeah. See
why?
And then he the type of person you tell him not to do it, he gonna do it anyway. That's why you in your relationships you're always fighting.
First of all, you don't know nothing about me and my relationship.
That's why y'all was always fighting.
Is your relationship? Is your private life private?
My private life is private.
It ain't private.
It ain't private.
Shout out to B Barnes, whoever that is. Calvin just tagged. Calvin said, Todd said, what if y'all come across a podcaster with balance? I know that's right, Todd.
He said what?
A podcaster with balance. Well, his name ain't Miles Dixon.
Coming across a podcaster with balance.
Shit.
Like I said, you okay.
It's only gonna be one entertainer in my house. Let's just start there. So no, I'm just playing, y'all.
No,
I'm joking. I am joking.
And I named the people that I said I feel like are actors and they in front of the camera, but they out the way. That it would have to be something like that.
Yeah.
Q said I'm all in the camera and out the way at the same time.
I'm okay.
Like
with
Q
it.
is that. Q is exactly in the camera and out the way at the same time.
And that's more so what I'm looking for.
Okay.
It's off the camera where you got to still have attention for me. That's the
we
problem.
talking about Q. If Q in the camera, that nigga's in the camera. You know.
Don't be so disrespectful.
I'm just,
no, that's just disrespectful.
He is just.
Hey,
when I tell you, I ain't gonna lie. I don't know if anybody else feel like this, but Miles is the most childish man that I've ever met.
Q a fat
No,
boy,
all
I'm
of
a
them pretty
fat boy.
childish.
They all.
Yeah, they are pretty childish. I've learned that all the men are pretty childish. And then Miles even confirmed
he has a voice and a headphone.
But he confirmed like men go back to their childhood, women don't.
Definitely, men.
Like we real grown.
Yeah,
yeah.
I like that though.
We always grow.
If they can go back to their childhood, he told you that.
Yeah.
He said that. He said men go back to their childhood, women don't.
That's kind of.
But women also don't ever get out of
the bullshit
when they had it.
Yeah,
they always think they have it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't ever get out of that.
They need to let that go.
Yeah, Vivica.
But I don't think you're gonna get out of it either.
Vivica Fox needs to let that shit go.
I think at 60 T, you still gonna feel like you got it.
I know I'm still gonna have it.
That's my point.
I know I'm still gonna have it.
Like there's not gonna you not gonna think you have it.
But you know what I'm not gonna do though?
What?
I'm not gonna let the young girls know that it's daytime and that they got it now. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna stand in their way and act like I'm this and that.
Oh,
no,
they gonna stand in their way.
No,
I'm gonna let them have it.
I'm gonna let them have it.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna tell them stories about when I had it. Like, baby, listen, do you? Because I had fun.
I like
For me, I hope to be the woman that they always like. When I get older, I want to be like that. That's what I aspire.
When y'all get a chance to watch Drink Champs with Patti LaBelle, she dropped a lot of nuggets.
She got her new man now. He's like 45, ain't he?
She need to be. He probably knocking the bottom out that soul.
Cher got her young one. I think he's 33. Madonna, I think hers is 26.
Madonna
they all going
need
young.
to give it up. Madonna need to give it up. Calvin,
Madonna look good.
No, the fuck she
I haven't
don't.
seen her
Madonna look
recently.
real good.
Patti look good, baby.
Patty.
And she's 80.
Yeah.
She looks great.
I haven't seen
Blaque don't crack though. Like I'm talking about.
Speaking of Blaque don't crack, why don't y'all go check that out on YouTube?
Speaking of it, yeah, Blaque don't crack. So
Some people are in the camera and hate it. True. Reclusive off camera. Yeah.
exactly, like those type of people, like they just come in, do it, it's their job, and then they want to go.
That's the type of guy you want.
Yes. No, it's not the type of guy that I want. But if I
want him to do what he got to do and not be in it all the time.
Yeah.
I just don't like attention seeking dudes.
So
let's just make that clear. I just don't like the attention seeking.
Would you date or marry a porn star?
No. I wouldn't date, marry. I wouldn't even talk to a porn star.
Why not?
I wouldn't even just kick it with one.
You know what? I can't take him serious.
Yeah.
Why?
His moaning, his groaning, all of it. I just can't take
Is he a mattress actress?
Yeah. Yeah. Goddamn mattress actress.
That'd be the women. That'd be the women be mattress actress. Look, I didn't even put this boy in.
Hey.
I can't.
Hey.
To make you feel better.
So you got to start somewhere.
I'm just saying. I couldn't take him serious. A porn star actor.
A porn star actor couldn't do it.
I couldn't take him serious. I wouldn't even be turned on and or attracted.
Why?
What's attractive about it?
I don't know. He might be a brilliant person.
No.
How could no?
I mean,
no.
Okay, so
I feel like it didn't work in regular acting.
It would just be a strong no for me. Either you,
but guess what? That's what happened with Sylvester Stallone. He started off as a porn star.
Really?
Yes.
But he only did Rocky, right? What else he done? Because I only know him as Rocky.
He did Rocky.
I only know Rocky.
Expendables. He did
Rocky.
Rambo.
Rocky.
He done a lot of stuff. He had major hits.
No disrespect, but I know Rocky.
Well, just still no. Would you date a porn star?
No.
So why?
So why you? Why not?
Why?
Why?
First of all, y'all ain't the gander. What's good for the goose is good for the goose.
I'm gonna be honest. I just wouldn't.
It's
not even a thought.
Yeah.
Like, even if that's something that you said, it's an automatic like, oh.
And another reason too, I'm not that freaky. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To want that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like you gotta be an alcohol. You gotta want to do porn yourself to get with a porn
like
star.
Being the dominatrix.
You
and all
want to
that.
be into that or something? Like, get on out.
Would you date a porn star? Would you marry a porn star?
Why?
Now, question: are they still in the industry?
Look at her. Look at her.
So she just said her level of freaky.
No, I just had a question.
Okay,
Yeah.
so here's the thing.
That's a cry for help.
Y'all can look it up. I'm looking up the Hardwick thing because I don't think he was married when he did Color Girls. And if he was he was a newlywed.
He been married for 20-something years.
What's wrong with you?
He's been married just as long as Morris Chestnut and all them been married. What are you talking about?
What's wrong with you?
How long you think Ice Cube been married for like 30-some years?
Yeah, but first of all,
Snoop been married for 30-some years.
It's about people who all had money when they was young.
And he got married with no
Hardwick
money.
ain't had. What I'm about to say?
Denzel Washington got married. They ain't had no money.
It's a difference. He ain't no Denzel.
No, but Ghost is finding power, and he got a little bow leg to him. My God,
my God,
not you, the bow-legged one. Okay, I'm sorry. I was in my shoe.
Yeah.
Say it makes a difference.
Women ain't shit. Hey,
All I did was tell the truth.
Richard said, I love podcasting my show, but after the show, I really don't want to be in front of a camera until the next Sunday.
That's what we talking about.
That is a prime example. Richard is one of them.
That's what we talking
Richard
about.
is definitely one of them.
Richard be so goddamn high. I be in my office hyped in the bitch. Like, oh my God, welcome to the Record I'm like, yeah. Oh, what the fuck am I got my hands?
Richard comes with the energy.
I love that. You want to know why? Because those type of men like to go home.
They like to go home. They can't wait to get back home.
That's why I'm not into attention-seeking men, because they like to be out.
Yeah.
The men that don't like attention like to go home.
Yeah.
And I want the home to be a place that they want to come home to.
Yes.
Preacher says keep going.
I know that's right. Like you just want to be outside because you're craving that attention.
Yeah.
And because you're so used to the attention that I give you, mine isn't enough anymore.
True. Some people want to be outside because you outside.
Because they cry for
But I ain't outside.
they crying out for help.
I don't be outside for real.
Yeah.
If I'm outside, I'm working.
Only if I had to be outside.
And I want to say this too. As much as it looks like I'm outside, I am not.
I don't know.
I am not outside.
I don't know.
A lot of these reels is years old.
You inside, outside. So
I can promise you I ain't been outside in months.
So you just using your content wisely.
I do what I need to do. You know what I'm saying? And I'll go outside. I'll get dressed and go outside for 10 minutes.
and
take my ass back in the house. I would get don't piss me off. I really look like
now I got up outside.
I got a drink in my hand. I'm at the bar and all of that. I'm talking about didn't had one drink that I didn't drink.
This is like insane.
Okay. All right, I'm about to go, y'all.
I tell people this all the time. Like, and this made me realize how much I play.
I used to do that in high school.
Because you're childish.
I used to do that in high school.
Yep, I'm an actress at heart. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So when it came down to me having to produce this movie, I said, hold on, wait a minute. I just been acting like I know how to do shit.
You said it's real.
I just been acting shit. Wait a minute. This ain't your lane. Hold on. Whoa.
Say this really
you
real.
know how to act like anytime the work get too hard. Oh no.
Sound like somebody I know.
I've been acting like I know what I know. Can I ask you a question? Now, when you're dating, do you tell men that you're an actress?
Yeah.
Oh,
I tell men that I'm an actress, and mainly because people already know at this point now.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But so they will say, "Are you acting? Is you acting right
and
now?"
you don't want to lie.
And that's why I don't do it because
is you
I
even
feel
being
like
for real?
They don't know if I'm being real or not. So I don't say that.
Yeah.
But like, how y'all be saying it though? Like, would y'all believe y'all?
Yeah.
The way I'm.
Yeah.
Shoot, I don't be acting when I'm out.
I take every opportunity to practice.
Okay, see.
That's unreal.
But see, because I look different. I look different in every character.
You feel?
Yeah.
That's why it's like I'm really
I take
not
every
an actress.
opportunity to go ahead and practice and perfect my acting skills.
Yeah, so that's it.
When I go into the restaurants, if I go into Starbucks, it all depends on the mood that I'm in. You know what I'm saying? Like today, I wore this shirt. Because I'm going so
so I'm outside. No, Kel, I do agree with that.
And I want to act to part. Like I got a specific act that I'm about to act when I get there. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you real life actor.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, no, mine is cut off.
Sometimes you have to mentally prepare yourself before you go places, and sometimes it's for the better.
Yeah.
If you don't want the other side to show.
I'm not acting.
Yeah.
But outside of that, I'm probably acting.
Yeah,
Calvin said excessive need to be outside is a cry for help.
I agree with that.
It is a cry for help.
Because ain't nothing outside.
Yeah, if you don't like being at home, I think you got a problem.
Yeah.
No, seriously.
I do.
If you don't like being at home, you got a serious
if you can't be by yourself,
that's a problem.
That's the biggest cry for help.
That's the one.
But people don't even understand that. Like, what I mean by yourself, I mean like not calling anybody.
By yourself.
Like, by yourself.
Oh, we can't pick up the phone?
No.
Yeah.
It's like
when you by yourself, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking about you just spent hours by yourself. Like it's been times where somebody called me, they like, you woke. Like, hey, you sleep? Like, no, I ain't sleep. It's just that I haven't been talking to nobody for hours. I'm up. I just been in my thoughts. I've been meditating. I've been in my head for hours that I ain't even spoke or said anything. So it makes sound like I'm a little scratchy, but I'm up. I'm really glad you broke me out of that. Hey, I don't know where the hell I was
Exactly. I'm here.
Some people can't drive a car by themselves. They gotta listen to music or they have to have
That's true.
be on
when
the
I
phone.
start humming, I then realize that I'm in silence.
Calvin said he thought that I was a voodoo lady.
Oh.
Well,
Why did you think that?
Darnitha thought I was you, so
Darnitha Davis.
Every time, hey Tia, I'll be like,
you like Darnitha?
She swear I'm you. And then she was like, wait a minute, that's Brittany.
Like, my bad.
My bad, Tia. We look nothing alike.
She's like, okay.
I'm taller than Tia. No. We don't even sit in the chair with the same height range. Like,
shout out. That's why I said
Tia
you want to grab the other chair.
Tia wears her glasses.
I will say this in her defense: we wear the same hair.
Okay,
we got. You know,
we're natural.
You know, I'm looking at it right now.
But you wear your glasses way more than I wear mine.
I don't wear glasses when I got no lashes.
And it's a different
See, you wear lashes. I don't wear my. I don't
you
wear lashes.
Never wear,
I don't ever wear.
I don't see how she did that, but okay, Darnitha.
it happened.
I'm not mad about it. You know what I'm saying?
I don't be tripping either.
Like, damn. You just ain't paying attention to nothing but trap Keno.
Okay.
You ain't paying attention to shit but trap Keno.
Shout out to Trap Keno, but yeah, shout out to Trap
going
Keno.
in on the count. Like,
are you serious?
Tim Tell says if you don't like being at home, it might be dirty.
That's a cry for help.
Tam, that's a cry out for help.
That could be depression. Yeah,
that is depression.
A lot of people. Glorilla said she don't like being home.
Yeah,
but she is 20-some years old, so I can understand that.
Well,
even though I was at home and I'm in my.
Do you guys feel like? Do you feel like if you don't go outside in your 20s that you wasted them?
No, I didn't go out. I didn't go out in my 20s like that.
Why everybody's like, no.
No. Because y'all gotta understand, I had a baby at 17, right?
Okay.
So all that going out, it wasn't no going, you gotta go home, you got a kid. I had to go to work. You know?
Do you feel like you miss your 20s?
Hell yeah.
Okay.
But they're my teens. They're my teens too. I absolutely have. My whole adulthood, I just thought about it. Like, I have never been an adult without a kid.
So that's why you still childish.
I'm childish. That's exactly why.
Oh, that'll do
it. So that is exactly why. You know, and it's like, I'm probably being like the men. I'm going back to my youth too. So as he turned 18, I'm just playing.
I didn't feel like that though. I was always
childish.
I'm always gonna be childish, but I was always focused. I knew what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
So that was I was focused, and I always I always figured I was gonna do something with politics. So I was always like making sure that there was nothing on me that people can be like, Brittany Chanel was.
Yeah.
So I was focused
because they love to dig your past.
Even still to
they
this
love
very
to make you
moment,
seem like you're doing,
to this very moment,
am I still focused?
No, going into politics.
Well, with film, that
be a
is
lawyer.
political. It's political in film, and in this industry, is political. So I'm still in it at some form, but it's always somebody want to make you who you're not, or try to make you something else. So like I've always been like very conscious of that.
And I think somebody got y'all confused again too and said voodoo lady. Yes, Calvin. Brittany is the voodoo lady. She the one who have men up under her bed hiding out.
It's not me. He's about. I thought Tia was the voodoo. They saying it's her. Why you gonna put that on me, Cal?
Be able like, my bad.
You know what I'm saying?
Brittany
I don't know.
Niggas up under her bed like.
You see, I ain't never had that.
Look, they trying to be quiet.
All I can say is that
I'm your heart in the gay kill.
we are no longer together, and that was his problem, not mine.
This happened for real?
Yeah.
But just think about how high your bed got to be for somebody to go under there.
And doing what? Just up under there.
You see what I'm saying?
Listen.
There.
Yeah,
flying on the wall.
I didn't know he was there. Mm-hmm. I didn't know he was in
He
the
was
house.
just being a fly under the bed.
Girl. Forget a fly on the wall.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't know he was in the house.
See, like, that's
and
key for
And the
me.
crazy part is I wasn't scared, but you know how you could feel
You
like
felt the energy.
I knew something was there. I just didn't know what it was.
You were scared to look under?
I just knew when I got in the bed.
You felt it.
I just knew. I'm like, it feel.
His hand came.
His hand came from up under, but I didn't scream or anything. It was just like
you was on the phone.
This nigga, I might have been. I don't know. Whatever it was, I wasn't scared.
Yeah. Cause that
you don't scare me.
Listen, this kind of happened to me, but the man was in the basement listening. He was in the basement listening.
Yeah, he was because he was sneaking my house. He was sneaking my house.
Yeah, I walked in and my little sister was in the bathroom. You know what I'm saying? So she in the bathroom, she flat ironed her hair, she halfway through her hair. And for whatever reason, she didn't tell me that this man was in the basement. So I'm on the phone, like, and blah, blah, blah. Woo, woo, woo. I'm just going. He came from around that corner, tears in his eyes. Like, oh, for real? I thought you loved me. I thought you, and I'm like, what are you, you know?
That's so unfortunate.
If I know it wasn't nothing said, so I don't think I was on the phone. I think I was like laying down.
I was on the phone,
but I think that's what he was trying to see.
Yeah,
that's what he was trying to see.
Yeah.
And then another person ended up leaving a phone in my car under the seat, like called itself. And left a phone, you know what I'm saying, to hear my conversation in the car.
That's some wild
I'm very
work.
self-conscious when it comes to like car phone. Like even if I'm in a phone, I'll like turn the radio up a little bit because that happened to me at such a young age. Like I'm scared that somebody's always listening.
And y'all think women crazy.
No.
Yeah. Y'all think women crazy.
I think that's just cautious.
These dudes is different out here.
Women are crazy. No,
You would sleep outside my house.
First of all, y'all doing shit to guys. y'all doing shit to guys they ain't ready for.
That's the thing.
They like, they walk around and say, excuse me, but did you see my soul surrounding your soul?
She said hers was in the basement.
Be like, I'm not ready to give
They
it
said
back
Tia
yet.
is an oracle. He said Zodiac is voodoo. That's the voodoo lady in his head.
The voodoo lady.
I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just that queen of the jungle.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Say it's the Leo in me.
He would be outside my house
Doing what? Just in the bushes or wherever?
he had to just in his car. Like, you know,
What was
like,
his
it was
sign?
over. On Psycho Libra.
Okay. That'll do it.
I remember it was one
People
night.
think Libras are so balanced.
They are
not.
What month
They're
is that?
not.
Like
That's
October. When it's the most unbalanced.
the early part of October.
But it was like I had to call the cops on him. I had to get the cops involved.
They're not.
It was getting
Hey,
bad.
fellas, I wouldn't want none of this pussy at this table. This shit make y'all go crazy. Y'all fuck around with y'all want to jump over moons and shit.
Yeah, I actually had to call the police because one night it was to the point where it was just like harassing, like just knocking on my door all night to like
I'm trying to
5
sleep.
o'clock in the morning.
I don't want none of that.
So I had to call the police. I'm like, yo. And I didn't want to call the police because I didn't want to, get a black man and all this other stuff. But it just got so bad. I had to get a PPO out on him.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Wow.
I want to see he either very tender dick or you did something very crazy to him.
Wow.
Brittany.
He's like, I can't confirm or deny.
Yeah.
Brittany.
So what they said in the comments? They talking about Tia. Yeah. They talking about Tia. They talking about Tia.
Deep.
No. Let's talk about this nigga. No, first of all, you with the man in the basement.
Hers was in the basement,
but yours up under your bed.
He probably was just standing on the steps. Now that I think about it,
just out of sight,
so he can listen.
Say out of sight, yeah, just enough out of sight.
On those basement steps, and I don't know. That was crazy.
This is pussy I definitely wouldn't want. So, y'all, this would be my cry for help. Like, no. First of all, I can never let a woman can't even get me like that. If they even take my soul, I'm gonna produce another.
He's like, I want it.
I'm definitely gonna get my soul back. I will snatch it back out of you and get it together.
I got a question.
Dorian said, beware of the new weirdo niggas.
That's millennial.
I got a question.
Not too
Brittany,
much,
have you
Dorian.
ever done anything out of character? In a crazy state, in a manic episode,
I have.
Whatever.
She slept with all her clothes on.
Oh God,
he was drunk. No, he's talking about like out of anger.
Yeah, out of anger.
Absolutely. Yeah.
You care to share? No. Okay. I'm just asking. Like, cause we have these moments too.
Cause you wanna know why? Cause with our zodiac, or I don't really get deep into signs, but I do believe that some of the characteristics are there. Because we love hard. So for everything that we love hard, we hate hard too.
Oh, yeah.
So I feel like you just never want to make a Leo, because we're fire. So we're fire on the love side, and then we're fire on the hate side. So if it's to the point where I hate you, it could be death. You know what I'm talking about. Like, it could be, like, I was about to hit him with my car.
Like, I'm about to say, brought you in, I take you out.
Yeah, I don't think it's nothing wrong.
Not with the new one.
Yeah.
No, not that car. No, I had another car, but I was so mad.
Not with the new one.
I took my car and was about to like run him. That's how mad I was.
Yeah. Sometimes you do have those thoughts, but then there's something in you that don't allow you to do it.
Yeah, but I knew,
almost
I'm like, I can't be with somebody that brings out this side of me because you're not good for me. Because I could be in jail and I don't want to be there.
See what Dorian said? Dorian said, poor girls. Y'all dealing with the chemical babies growing up.
Say poor girls again.
Poor girls.
I'm not dealing with it anymore.
Yeah, no. No.
And that guy that I'm talking about that did that, he was your age. He was your age.
Oh, Dorian age.
He was your age. Like, what y'all doing?
My homegirl.
So I just think that it doesn't matter. I don't know. I don't think it's just the chemical babies.
If he was my
is the chemical babies the crack babies?
If he was my age.
What's the chemical babies?
I don't know.
Listen, if he was my age, I know what the fuck you did to him and you wrong. Disrespect.
So I'm gonna tell you right now, I got a homegirl.
Some bullshit.
Same sign.
I was just joking because he said
He's like, I'm just playing, y'all.
I got a homegirl. Same sign. Older dude. Same crazy. Crazy.
Yep.
She like, I don't know. Like,
It be like that
talking
sometimes.
seasoned, man.
It doesn't matter.
What's
If
her
he
name?
crazy, he crazy.
Hold on. What's her name?
I'm not telling you nothing. You don't know.
It really
be like
doesn't
that
matter.
sometimes.
Like if he's crazy, if he got that in him,
think
it's in him.
I think it's just in there. Yeah.
You hooked it up, I guarantee you she come back a new person. She gonna be like, you know what, Brittany?
Because that's all you be needing for real.
I quit my job.
A different energy. Like when we get the tripping off somebody, all you need is a different energy to come in. And you know what? That ain't even all the way true. Depending on who you're dealing with, right? The right energy can come in and make you forget all of that.
For sure.
I agree with that.
It could.
It's just when you try to dwell in that sadness and all of that, I miss you. When you start fighting against yourself and everything, that's when a problem becomes a bigger issue.
Because you think you fighting.
You think you're winning. You think
your flesh.
Yeah, and you think you're winning, but really you looking weak and you looking stupid because you going against how you feel. You going against yourself.
If you don't want me, you don't want me. That's how I look at it.
If you don't want me, then don't talk to me.
You heard what she said.
That's how I feel. Like
Go
if
ahead
you
and
don't
free
want me,
yourself.
then I could accept that.
Go
But
ahead and free
I'm not about to
yourself.
keep trying to convince you to want me.
I'm just not.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that.
That'll do it.
Thank you, Dorian. We take that as a compliment. Like he trying to say like we don't care. Like, nobody cares.
When do y'all Leos
I don't really hear too much bad stuff about Leo.
Because we are an egg short of a half dozen.
To be honest,
not even a full dozen. We're an egg short.
Nobody
of a half dozen.
Yeah,
we don't bother nobody.
Yeah,
I really don't bother people.
I don't feel like Scorpios, we don't bother people. That's why I feel like we so
y'all do.
We revengeful.
I don't bother nobody.
Yeah, because we don't bother people.
Hey,
so
I don't start shit, but I damn sure finish it.
See what I'm saying? That's petty.
The one. It's not petty.
That's petty.
That's real.
I really just feel like we don't bother anybody. But like I said, we're fire signs. So if we love hard, we gonna hate hard.
Yeah.
It really no in between neither. Like we rock with you, we rock with you. If we don't, we don't. 9 times out of 10, you mad because we know who we are.
Yeah.
So you mad at yourself because you don't know who you are.
Y'all Leos don't know shit.
You do. If you get mad,
and not only do I know who I am, I know who you are too.
Yeah,
and that's the part that's what you get mad. That's the part that gets them off.
If you honestly don't like the Leo,
you
something wrong with you.
Something wrong with you.
Something seriously wrong with you.
Because Leos don't even see you.
Yeah, I love guys.
Don't even care.
They don't even care.
Hey,
I'm gonna be honest. When people think I care, I do.
I'm talking about 9 out of 10 things
I do not care.
I don't care about.
Give no damn about it.
You wanna know why? Because I don't even see you.
I don't care.
Like you're non-existent to me, and it's not to be like mean or anything. It's just I'm in my own world.
Yeah.
I'm the star in my own film.
That's it. And I really live my life like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you are an extra.
Okay.
An extra
in the movie.
In my film.
Barely made the cut.
On
I think that's why. And you notice Leos get along with other Leos because they understand.
Yeah.
Because and if you look at that pride, if you look at that jungle, all those lions, they still together. They chilling. They living their life. They still taking care of each other. Like they just up there.
You know why though?
Why?
Because they gay. Listen, y'all watching the
You right.
I really be thinking that he be
right.
gonna say something.
Because they're happy. They're happy.
Okay, that was a great way to clean that up. That was great. That was a great way to clean that up.
Because
I'm happy.
I'm happy.
You know they're coming out with Sister Act 3.
I would love that. It's going. Lauren Hill gonna be in it.
She's back.
Really?
Lauren Hill is in it. Coco Jones is in it.
Coco been doing her thing.
Who else is in
Lauren
it?
Hill
Yeah,
is
Lauren
back?
Hill came back.
She gonna fall the fuck off.
She ain't gonna make it to the film. We need all her shots done in one day.
Is there to talk about it?
Lauren Hill.
I feel like Sister Act 2 just finished it. We don't really need a 3, but you know I'll watch it. It'll take me back.
They better have some good.
Because I loved it so much and I appreciated it so much.
They take me back.
Back then, I'm all for it.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to think of where they going with the storyline. And the only thing I can think of is Lauren had a kid and now,
which would be Coco.
Yeah.
So
I can see that.
They got Cheryl in it.
Huh?
Cheryl.
I think so.
Okay.
Who?
What was the mama name? The mama was
Shirley Ralph. That's what she does. I think she is in it.
I don't know who you're talking about.
She played Lauren Hill's mom.
Who mom?
Lauren Hill's mom.
He ain't been here the last 5 minutes.
Right.
Dorian said y'all just want to be
you
seen.
ain't never lied.
Actually, we don't. We can't help but be seen, but we don't really want to be seen.
Dorian, you watching right now. You watching us right now.
Just
We
wanna be
can't
seen.
see you, but you can see us.
I mean, it
What
is
are you talking about?
audio and video.
We want to be seen. That's why we're being seen. You're right. Fuck it. You right.
I like how y'all making this work. The points are pointing.
You right. You got it.
And I stick beside it, and I approve of this
y'all
message.
have seen me out. Do I want to be seen?
She want to be the first one gone.
No,
and
for real.
And guess what else? When I see Brittany leave, guess who leave right after her? As soon as I see her, I said, all right, Brittany left it. That means I can go. I just don't be wanting to be the first one to break it. But when Brittany leave,
it's time.
You don't even know.
Please don't turn your head too quick. Don't eat. Don't do nothing.
Brittany gonna be gone, and once I see that she's gone, I know my cue. I know it's safe for me to leave.
Where?
So I go to Chanie like, Chanie, I don't want to leave you, but
I done came out and did my time. All right.
I do not want to be
so
seen.
that's the biggest thing, the biggest misconception when it comes to Leos.
Dorian said, "Look at y'all, two sides of the same damn coin."
Yeah.
We telling the truth.
Dorian,
and we in 2 different months.
Dorian, you so old for this. I ain't gonna lie. Dorian, go ahead on. We ain't got time for this.
Go ahead on.
He said what?
He did not say that.
Look, her head. She like, what?
He did not say that.
Dorian, don't start start with me today.
Tia took a first class trip to the comments.
Dorian, please. You are too mature for this. You don't have to do this with us today.
No, but that is one of the biggest misconceptions. We don't like attention like you think we do. We just get it.
Today is Blue birthday.
Happy birthday, Blue.
Good morning. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Blue Bees.
I'm so glad you popped in here.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Yeah. Not
It's your birthday.
He been lighting our asses.
No, he really hasn't though. I'm gonna be honest with you.
He think he
Dorian think he ate. Yeah. Dorian think he eating on this.
Nothing he's saying is true.
Because that's the thing. What people don't understand, and I know you guys aren't into astrology that much, but
the
ruling planet of Leo is the sun, right? And the sun brings everything life. So without the sun, there is no life. You know, so we can't make ourselves be. We just are. You know,
hello.
We just attract
a
people.
Party does not start
a party
until I walk in. and if it's other of me in there, this party about to be litty.
Amplified.
Dorian said, "Wake up, Miles. These two broads is hijacked the show."
He said these
Miles always want to add something to the story.
That's because he can't read.
I'm just put in my own script.
The way Tia head go down, she be like,
no, Tia like this be for me. Because why y'all planning these?
I mean, listen, we do not look for attention. Attention seems to find us. It just happens. You've been out with me on numerous occasions.
I see it.
I don't even like talking to people.
Yeah, you don't be on the people's. The people be on you
too,
and I be watching the door.
And some of this stuff you just don't have to defend. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is.
Yeah,
you know, Dorian is watching from a viewer's perspective, so I can understand the podcast personality that he believes he knows.
Dorian.
And Dorian might have some Leo trauma. He might have met a Leo. You know what I'm saying? You know, you might get somebody as a Leo.
Because what is he, a crab? Ain't he a crab?
in the bucket.
No, he's a fish. I'm sorry.
You don't say a crab in a bucket.
You know what Dorian is? He's a fish.
He's a Pisces.
Yeah,
you know
that's what he is.
And if you look at this,
so he always got to be in water.
Yeah.
We don't need that.
We don't need that.
Yeah. He gets real dry when we come around.
Okay.
That's what happens.
Dry up city.
He said all natural looking beauties. Thank you, Dorian. We pride ourselves on being natural.
Happy birthday.
She said happy birthday. That's what she said.
Happy birthday.
Dorian gonna say thank you.
But I'm happy that Tia came and cleared that up, because that is one of the biggest misconceptions about.
In real
I'm not really into the zodiac signs, but I do agree with some of the characteristics and traits of certain people.
I'm heavy on the zodiac signs.
So what do you? So you into the horoscopes too, or
I'm
you just
into the whole astronomy? Like, I'm into the whole planet system. Like, I feel like the whole everything, I'm into it. You know what I'm saying? The whole, it's all
so
ran off.
What does it consist of?
It consists of planets, zodiac signs, polarities, and fucking you know, it's such a broad.
The reason
what
why,
exactly are you asking first?
Because the reason why is because some people that are highly Christian religious think that is demonic and things like that, and I don't necessarily think that it's demonic because I believe
it's in the Bible.
And that's what people don't know.
Yeah,
it is all in the Bible. Even like crystals and things like that. Yeah. And I don't want to get too deep in it, because if people don't understand and they don't read, then they're going to take it a different way. But it is mentioned.
But that's the thing. That's how we never understand, because we never get deep enough to let the people understand. It's like Christians are so scared of that conversation.
But I'm saying some people don't have the capacity.
Yeah.
So that's why a lot of stuff get misconstrued.
But those people weren't going to get like saved. Those people weren't going to get saved anyway.
That is true,
you
right?
Know what I'm saying?
That's even deep, but that's one of the topic. But my point, what I'm asking is, because some people think it's demonic, I was just trying to see what does it consist of? Like, what do you really learn? How do you use it? That's what I'm more so.
So for me, which I am just one person, right? So like for me, it just started off with horoscopes. You know what I'm saying? Just like but then I realized like that is just the surface, and that's the part that people is combating.
Gotcha.
The daily horoscope, like this could fit for anybody. That is what people is combating. Just stuff like that. So you have to get a little bit deeper, go into your birth chart, find out, your rise and your sun, your moon, and then that's how you realize who you are. You find out the makeup of you, which, okay, I'm a Leo, but I may have a such and such moon, and that makes me different from you. Not every Leo is going to be the exact same or whatever. So that's what breaks us down, and our fingerprints, and makes us our own individual. But we're carbon copies.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Like, we were over and over and over again. I know people like to believe that they're so special and the chosen one, but baby, you can find your face in 20 other faces.
Yeah, well, that's why I found it so interesting, because when you do look at different characteristics, when you meet other people that has the same sign, the characteristics are the same.
That's
so
true.
for me, I'm the type of person, I'm going to question, like, it has to be something here.
Yeah, you gotta be.
It has to be, because there's no way. I've never met you until I came on here, but you experienced the same things I've experienced being the sign that you are. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I look at it.
Yeah. Soon as you walked in with your hair and your glasses, I just smiled. You know what I'm saying? Like, period.
You're like, I just knew.
I just knew. You know, it's just us. You know, it's just so us. Leos have the lion has naturally big hair. So the Leos, we have no problem wearing our hair and staying in that natural state, because that's who we are. You know, we have no problem laying in the house the whole day not doing nothing.
What we do, sleep 18 hours a day.
I need my rest.
You do know the lion sleeps for like 18 hours.
Dorian couldn't do that.
No,
he couldn't do that. That fish, he gotta
early.
swim. He gotta go. He got somewhere to be. He's constantly moving.
And me and Chani's had conversation, and she was like, "What you do to that?" I'm like, nothing.
Yeah.
And sometimes I won't even open my blinds,
and I'll be like, "Huh?"
And I'm okay with that.
And people be like when people come over, they be like, "What is wrong with you?" Like,
nothing.
Right,
and I'm not, it's not even dark, because light is still shining through.
Yeah, I just like my darkening shade.
I'm just in my.
Because you saw me yesterday when we were on the phone. I was in the dark. I was in the dark.
Yeah. People don't get it.
Yeah, I'm so that I can lay down for 2 days straight and not do nothing.
Yeah,
by that third day I need to get up.
Third day I can't do the third.
Yeah, the third day I'm getting up early.
Like, okay,
I'm out early.
To be honest, I really only can do maybe a day and a half.
2 days. I've done a Friday and a Saturday.
Yeah.
By that Sunday morning, I gotta find something. I gotta figure something out.
I've done
2 days is too. That's too far. I pushed it.
2 days too long.
Yeah, I kind of pushed it with that.
Yeah, if I go 3 days and I did nothing, y'all better come check on me.
Okay.
So y'all come check on me. Yeah. Now 2 days, I can do 2 days. I don't like to do 2 days, but I have.
I can do 2 days,
especially if I'm working on the script.
Yeah.
Don't call me.
This is why I say makeup is voodoo.
Well, let me see.
This is why I say makeup is voodoo.
She's still cute.
She
though.
lying though.
Look, see, you're trying to find a good in it.
See, that's a lie to me.
That's voodoo. Shout out to.
I'm not gonna wear makeup to change my entire
appearance. It's supposed to enhance.
It's just supposed to enhance what's already there.
Fucking liar.
That's too much.
That's a lie. But that's how I feel with men with the Beijing lines.
Don't do that. Because when you watch that, you lied to me. You deceived me. You hurt me.
And take your hat off. Like, I don't want to always see you in the hat.
That's
now
true.
I feel like
but the
lying.
Beijing thing may not be a thing unless y'all are staying together.
No, I don't ever want to see it.
I ain't gonna lie, I don't want it. Don't come in here with that.
I'm gonna give you all different looks.
Couple
of
guys
me.
it could be the Beijing. They the Beijing king.
It could be the finishing touches.
Definitely.
You know, I know exactly what
you know how. Listen, say if you get your unit installed or whatever, or whatever the case may be. You know how they hit you with the black little tint spray.
No.
The finishing touch.
Now that's okay. Let me just say
this. It could be
this.
their finishing touch.
That, when they put that little card right there, and they do a
yeah.
All right. One of the Beijing kings right here.
That is the main one.
Who is
that? He's one of the main ones. He can do a commercial.
I know that.
He can do a commercial for the Beijing.
I know.
Okay, hold that page.
He can do a commercial. But let me just say this. I'm not even talking about that look. I'm talking about when your hairline is leaving and you're scared to let it go.
Yeah.
Oh, you doing like that?
I'm so glad for this lower third. Like, my God. I'm so glad.
I'm talking, y'all know what I'm talking about. And I know for men, it got to be hard to let that go.
Yeah.
I know
because it's a sense because they don't have the options that we do. Once they go for them, they really can only
you gotta
go
let it go. But
we gonna do a show on that, Calvin. We gonna talk about makeup.
Y'all, that bald look with the beard off some glasses, that's a look.
It's a good look combo.
We like that.
Yeah.
And then you can still throw your hat on.
That's true.
We like that.
That's true.
But we do not like that black spray.
She say, "Now that's where I draw the line."
We like the shaved look. I'm cool with that.
Yeah. That's why I said Dorian be up early.
What he say?
He can't sit in the bed or just stay put in the house.
I've driven 100 miles today before 9:30.
Now he can climb with us. So that's what I'm telling y'all. Like Pisces, they have to keep it moving.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like he was saying,
he need water. He gotta have water.
You know, they moving. You know, I don't have to do all that moving. I can chill.
If I can sleep in, trust me, I will.
Mm-hmm. People move around me.
Yeah, if I can sleep in, I would definitely choose to.
I love it.
People move around me. I don't really have to do all that. I'm serious.
This is the truth. Ain't this the truth?
They sleep 18 hours a day, and then when they get up, I do what I need to do. But when I do it, I'm gonna do it bossy as always. Yeah, and then I'm gonna go back home.
They arrested a Florida man for threatening Trump's life.
They did what? You know what? They need to shine some light on what happened with them twins and that boy Carmelo. I want to really get the full story on that. Y'all haven't seen that with that little boy?
They don't be promoting stuff like that.
It's been all over social media.
What is it?
It's a black. This happened in Texas. It was these two. One of the twin boys was stabbed to death. They say he was stabbed to death. I don't know if he was stabbed to death by a black teen. And they're trying to make it seem like it was premeditated murder with the black teen. Of course, it's two white guys bullying a black guy and self-defense. That's what it sounds like to me. But they keep.
I just seen a movie like this.
So the black guy killed one of the white boys
in Texas. But what happened?
Gutted him like a fish.
But the white boy, the brother, the other twin, basically admitted that they started it. That they were the aggressors. They said he was in the tent. My brother asked him. No, he didn't ask him. My brother told him to move, and he said he wasn't moving. He said then my brother grabbed his backpack.
Killed him how though?
He stabbed him with a knife. I don't really know like
where he had the knife.
Because there's so many stuff all over the place, and I'm trying to get like the full story.
Right, gutted him like a fish.
That's a great point.
Them white coons gotta get it. I mean, listen.
So glad you dropped the accent.
Please, I hate when you do it because it's terrible. It's a terrible accent.
It'd be the same person.
Y'all see the look on my face.
No, I know you didn't on this show. No, it'd be the same. His accents be the same.
You know what it reminds me of? Martin's dude off of his white boy that he played on Martin. Yeah. This whole house is cool. Yeah, that's Neil Long and Catherine.
Yeah, they did.
Oh, wow. That was good casting.
Did you see the entire family?
No.
Like how they did Michael? You got to see everybody.
Michael and Joe look like Michael and Joe.
Yeah, well, not so much as Joe, but Michael and Catherine look like
Michael. With Joe.
Look like Michael.
Young
Michael. You're talking about Black Michael.
No, white Michael.
Oh no.
Yeah. No, they got the
killing me.
They got the nose.
They got the nose.
And it looked like it's his. No shade.
And the color, but I didn't know that was Neil Long.
Yeah.
Like
they added probably some face stuff to her.
Hey, look,
of course,
because she ain't been eating that much.
Go ahead, Calvin, the caller,
or Dorian.
Let's Calvin.
Can I put some water on this fire?
Good.
Can I put some? Please,
Dorian.
Got the Leo twins up in here on fire right now.
Here come the water.
You know you doing that shit on purpose,
okay? Because he know what he's doing.
You wanna know why? You wanna know why? He wants some attention.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Listen, I would love all the attention that you guys fake claim that I don't want. Whatever. Every damn Leo I ever known has been out front. You right. I walk in the room, the party stops. That's true. But
the party stops.
Look, but I'm related to a misrepresenting asshole Donald Trump style as Leo. It is my aunt, my mama's only sister. I don't even have a relationship with that woman. And it's the same way. It's all about her. I mean, she's outwardly going with it. You know what I'm saying? I guess it's because she's July. Leo.
Don't you disrespect July?
No, I'm shit. Look. This is a water sign. That's cancer.
Don't you disrespect July?
That's a month that's got water and fire in it. So it's such a fiery month.
Baby. We fire all day.
It's like steam. It's like a steam bath of a month. Because you got a water sign starting it off, and then you have a fire sign ending it, and then carrying it on to the next month. So really, like I said before, most of the Leos that I do know, I don't really seek a lot of attention. Like, okay, Tia, you know Big Mo at the studio? He a Leo. That motherfucker don't like to be out seen. No. He ain't no outgoing person. Rather be chill and reserved. Y'all know how to dress. Y'all some natural looking motherfuckers too. That's a great thing. But the attention seeking isn't what y'all naturally. It's just like I said before. A lot of times people are just attracted to you.
Yeah.
It's something about you.
I think it's because the ruling planet is the sun. I think it has nothing more to do with but that sun, you know.
But the sun isn't a planet; it's a star.
Hello,
thank you for calling me a star. I appreciate it.
That's what I've been saying.
I received that. Thank you.
Right.
I received
this whole time.
so much understanding of yourself that you require to think that that's a planet. No, the sun is not a planet. That's a star.
Okay.
So does it make sense?
Okay.
Right. There you go. It makes sense. But guess what? The sun don't need no attraction. Everybody comes to the star.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah, well, I already know that. Mm-hmm. It's just some people are just so, like I said, they take that Leo to the whole next. I'll tell you, my aunt misrepresented it until I actually met other Leo.
I think your aunt is doing great. I think you hating on your aunt. So I think your aunt ain't did nothing to nobody, but lived her life. And you got to come with this. I think you said this lady stayed to herself. She all about, how you going to be mad at somebody like that?
I receive. Thank you.
Listen.
Because you ain't told me nothing bad about this lady. You said she stays to herself. She all for herself. That sounds like a good lady to me.
All I heard was the sun is a star.
She is not that type of Leo. She is the type of Leo. She's going to finesse you. She is Donald Trump.
Oh. Yeah. I don't know what that means.
I don't know what that means either.
Yeah.
Fine artist.
Oh.
She can finesse you out your paper. She gonna run a deal behind your back.
She probably got a Gemini moon.
Possibly. I think so too. It's possible.
Yeah.
Because it's like it's two people in her.
Okay.
It's two personalities. Because her personality is that of, oh yeah, she's very helpful, this, that, and the third. She's gonna have, and then she got an assistant pimp with her husband, who is like he gonna sell her dream to you.
Okay.
Right? And then for you know it, you out a couple G's. And she done sold you on some stuff, and then she gonna claim like, no, I don't owe you nothing. Like Donald Trump, like, y'all take the medicine with it. I'm sorry, I can fuck up the economy, and y'all just deal with it. And that's how she is.
Well, that's what we dealing with right now. Somebody fucking up the economy. They all crying out for help.
Yeah, crying out for help. Yeah, you Leos is cool with me, man.
We all right. We don't want no smoke. We don't want no smoke.
Really ain't bothering nobody. I'm probably
I don't want no fight.
Not bothering anyone.
I'm good.
Thank you, Dorian.
Thank you, Dorian, for cleaning that up for me.
Yeah.
In other words,
I mean, the best thing he said was that the sun is a star.
Look,
like
that's the part of the conversation.
I didn't hear anything else. I don't know what y'all was talking about.
That was the most important part.
That was the only part.
That was the only.
That's it. That's the part.
It all makes sense.
Okay, that was the only part. Thank you. You're looking at the stars.
That's it.
That's all I have to say. I didn't have anything else to say.
Do y'all know what the biggest cry out for help is?
Miles.
I'm gonna tell y'all this. This is, and y'all hear me out when I say this. This is serious. When you see a woman with her eyebrows shaved off but drawn on.
Oh my goodness!
If she shaved her eyebrows completely off and drew them on up here,
I say above.
That is the biggest cry out for help. That is a psychopath. Something wrong with her, and you guys need to check on her.
She always looks surprised.
She always looks surprised, even if it's just a little one. It doesn't matter how they drew them on. It doesn't matter if she shaved them off and came back and drew them on. I'm not talking about the women who fill in their eyebrows. They got the eyebrow left and fill them in. I did that today. I'm not talking about them women. I'm talking about the ladies that just sat there in that mirror, shaved they shit completely off, and drew one line.
That really blows.
Y'all remember Onaija?
So you know
Onaija.
You know
she went to Dubai.
Megan Good did
She was
that.
in Pakistan.
No.
Megan Good. When she did that, she needed help.
She
needed some help.
She needed some.
Is she like that right now?
She wants some Jonathan
No,
penis.
what she did
That's
was
crazy word.
she had got laser surgery, hair surgery. She took the hair from the back of her head and they created her eyebrows.
That's one of the biggest cries out for help. Y'all might need to check on Megan.
Check on y'all people.
But I'm just talking about that. If they doing that pencil line, and everybody knows somebody like this, check.
I feel like that was the early 1990s, 2000s. It's still doing it.
They're still doing
You
it.
see them every so often. You may be at the market or something, just randomly,
And then it's like a whoop.
I feel like that's the worst thing they ever did was have their eyebrows that thin.
Yes.
You look stupid.
I don't know. I can't do it.
They was mimicking Puerto Ricans and.
But I'm saying like in the 90s, that's how the women was wearing their eyebrows, and I think that is terrible. And I
Do
hope
you
it
think
never
the
goes
red
back
hair
to that.
dye or the cutting your hair is the cry for help?
I do.
Hell yeah.
I do for women, but if anytime a woman's going through anything, she's always going to do something with her hair.
I think that's a healing point too. You know what I'm saying? Like when you see a woman and she done cut that hair off, I think you better be careful with her.
Okay.
She don't mind letting shit go because it's hard to let your hair grow.
It is.
You see the men putting Beijing in their shit. So if a woman can get up and cut her shit smooth off, you better be careful with her. She ain't for no game. She done playing.
And if she posts
she done saying she done playing.
Okay.
And
if she posted, that's really real.
Ooh, when you post it on the floor,
the big
when
shot.
you post the hair,
First of all,
I'll be like, oh, she's strong.
When you meet a bald head woman that's cut her hair off,
that's a strong woman.
And then she say, "I'm healing."
Okay, be patient with her.
So my grandma has beautiful hair, but she has always worn her hair short, like no hair.
No,
really.
But she has a face for it.
Yeah.
And if you see her, where it's like,
at some
have
point,
you ever seen her hair long?
Never.
At some point, she cut her hair. And she said,
the reason why she cut, because she was saying she had beautiful hair and she was tired
of that,
of the hair, of how beautiful it was, and it would get tangled, and she had to do a lot of. So
she said, I'm done.
So my granny, I've never seen my granny with hair.
Wow.
Yeah, well, like you said, if you got the
I've only
face
seen
for
pictures of hair. I'll say that.
Allegedly, it was there.
Hey, girl, boy.
No, it was there.
But no.
Hey, girl, woman.
Hey, girl, boy.
Girl, woman.
She said they cloned her. She back. Who they cloned?
The girl, woman. Girl, woman. Because Donald Trump says cannot no longer use pronouns. She's a girl, woman.
Oh, she can no longer be who she thought she was.
He did say for the next 4 years.
That is kind of
a man and a
just
woman.
imagine going around identifying. Y'all, listen. Let me tell y'all, it's real. Because when I went to the doctor, you know how you fill out your new registration form? They didn't have other. It was just male or female. I said, they updated this quick.
But it should always be there.
Yeah,
but it wasn't.
I ain't here to play
They gave
around.
you options.
They did say other.
Oh, she is beautiful.
Her hair always been like this.
Yeah.
She keep it short.
How old is she? That's the one that's 81?
She'll be 81 this month. Yeah.
Wow.
Period. That's the other.
Yeah.
Wow. But yeah, that's a cry out for help. Them eyebrows, that's a real cry out for help. That's all I didn't want to say that.
You don't think the Beijing is?
The Beijing kind of is.
You think so?
The Beijing is like,
yeah.
Grapes.
Okay.
I just feel like he got a problem with letting stuff go.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
This is deeper than your hair.
It's deeper, yeah.
We have a problem.
I think you got a serious issue.
So what about the women that wear clothes that's too small for them?
I really hate that.
Is that a cry for help?
That's why all the smalls be gone and the big backs be in them.
Yeah, that's a real cry out for help.
Is that a cry for help?
yeah, that's a cry for help.
Yes. Because why would you do that?
Have y'all ever seen Shallow Hal?
Yes.
Yeah.
It reminds me of that. You know you can't fit that.
Yeah, I really don't. Don't do that.
You know you can't fit that.
Because I feel like for a bigger person, they already expecting your
just
clothes
gonna
not to
squeeze
fit
it?
right in the first place. Don't give them
Don't give us a bad rep. Is that
Please don't. Yes, don't give us.
And the song wasn't called Bald Head Women. It's called Bald Head Hoes.
I thought it was bald head, scaly wag. Ain't got no hair in the
Okay.
back.
That's what we used to say.
Your hair is messed up.
Okay.
See, listen, y'all,
That's exactly what we used to say.
What did you say?
Girl boy knew who Onaija was. Respect to Allah, respect to the law, respect to the for the law. Y'all know what I'm talking about?
No,
How you don't know? Onaija, listen, she went to Pakistan.
You were speaking in tongues.
She went to Pakistan, right?
No.
Okay.
This woman went to Pakistan. She wanted to marry a 19-year-old boy. They got married over the internet. She went to Pakistan. When the little boy got to the airport with her and his mama was there, because she was using like a Nicki Minaj filter, that filter off TikTok that had her looking different or whatever. She got all the way over to Pakistan. His motherfucking mama said, oh no. And then next thing you know, she raised hell in Pakistan for months. You know what I'm saying? No, the black girl. The black lady. She raised hell, and she was like, requesting money. Like, I want money right now. I want $100,000 to fix up this land. Y'all ain't doing it right. Respect to the law. Respect for the law. Respect to Allah.
Can y'all please pull up a video so I can see her?
I have to see this footage.
This lady has been all over the world, and she was the one that I was thinking about when I was talking about the eyebrows. So I'm glad you thought about that, girl boy.
So wait, so the mom, did the mom not think she was qualified enough?
First of all, the mama knew she was.
The mama never even knew that she was a grown woman like that. Like, first of all, I'm thinking
so she didn't know the age.
The mama was happy that her son was with an American. Now that means green card,
right?
But she was black.
But she was black and old, and it just didn't
gotta be
give.
careful with them
and crazy looking.
Long distance relationship.
Respect to the law.
I wouldn't want my son with no.
When y'all hear this, hold on, wait a minute.
I wouldn't want my son.
Oh, they cloned her for real. I can't believe this.
They cloned who?
They cloned Onaija.
Who is?
Well, what does that mean by cloning?
It's a different. She got a different face now.
Oh.
She talking to the Pakistan. She took over their whole stuff.
Into the city. It's not going in my pockets. I want $20K in my pockets for me.
What is your next plan? Are you staying or going back?
I'm taking my family from Arcade Gardens 605-A. I'm taking them and I'm taking them to Dubai.
Where is your
Is she dressed up? I did see her.
So she's having a press conference right now with the Pakistanians, with the presidents and everybody. These people really took her serious. And but the dopest part about this story, right?
No, I did see that.
I followed it. The dopest part about this story
Ain't
is
shit dope about that story.
I thought that Pakistanians were a different type of people. These people took her in. They start calling her Queen Onaija, the Queen of the Hood. They thought that she was like their savior. Like they started to worship her.
Wow.
They love
I'm
black
tell you
people.
right now, it was her eyebrows for me.
You saying it instantly?
Say that.
I seen them instantly, but I did see that video. I didn't know her
Somebody
name.
said that they think she back in New York.
Yeah, shout out to Ash. What's up, Ash?
She looked different.
She need to be back in the garden.
I'm
either way.
I'm with Tia though. Them eyebrows was terrible.
It's the prime example of you need some help. You know,
get somebody else to do it.
She gonna say respect to Allah. Y'all gotta stop. This lady was out there fooling, and then when you say that, they gotta I don't know, they gotta do something with you. Now they start respecting her because she said that. She went to Dubai and said that shit. I heard they locked her up, so she was missing for like 30 days. Now she's back.
They say she's back in NYC.
Okay,
so
good.
I don't know. But
She was missing for a long time.
I did see her. I didn't know her name, but if I seen them eyebrows, I can never trust nobody who eyebrows look like that.
That's a crime.
And she ain't even attractive.
No, that's a crime.
But I'm not gonna trust a man with his Beijing ain't Beijing the way it's supposed to. If that beard is not looking the way it's supposed to, just do a
I really hate the black on the beard. I think that's more noticeable.
It's too much.
Y'all don't know that we can see that that's shiny. Like,
y'all
y'all don't
for real.
think we can see that?
It ain't hair. It's
But I
just-
guess that's probably how they feel about the lace fronts and stuff. Like
Exactly.
y'all don't know that we can see that.
Exactly. They call it screen door.
It's a screen door.
They say it's
why
a
you got that
screen.
on? You look crazy.
Throw a little makeup on there. Keep
I'm
going.
just glad I got
I'm gonna
some
be
hair.
honest. Listen, okay, heavy on that hair clap
He's
with
like,
the hair.
thank you,
because I think these lace fronts is going a little too far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And edges.
I really don't like the braided wig.
So I want to do a parody. Don't nobody take my idea, but I definitely want to do a parody with the edges, and I want my edges to come all the way down
so that they can see how they look.
Say it's the dramatic edge.
You know how the Wayans was doing the scary movies. I want to do that with these. They're gonna be like, Brittany is crazy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that.
And then have on a long lash, like a
I'm gonna have something where my
At this point,
when
we
I
need,
blink, I
we
feel
need
like it's just gonna
6D,
slap.
not 3D.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
I'm gonna do that.
In case y'all checking us out,
In case y'all checking us out.
watching the Rise and Ground morning shows, put the word out. We're looking for a BDS person on for the morning show.
A BTS?
Same thing.
No, you said BDS.
Yeah, behind the scenes.
However you want to look at this.
I said, what is this?
He gonna make it work.
Okay. BTS.
They- with the
For the Rise and Ground morning show?
What is that?
Yeah, for the Rise and Ground morning
Monday
show.
through Friday?
Monday through Friday.
Okay.
In the morning, we're gonna give y'all coffee and water.
You will have coffee and water. You know what I'm saying? And you're gonna be a part of a great team. You got home.
Bring
You know?
us snacks.
It's so much more than coffee and water.
Yeah.
Like you're gonna be a part of something.
Yeah. You get cream and sugar with it.
You know,
Might get some great.
Okay.
Cream.
sometimes we don't be having sugar.
Might be complimentary, okay?
We don't got nothing now.
See what I'm saying?
Just bring your
why you
creams
drinking
and
water?
sugars and condiments.
Is that water you drinking?
Girl boy, no, it's tea. Girl boy said it's against my religion to be in my business. That's good.
Oh yeah, that's what Onaija said. They was asking her question. She said it's against my religion to tell you my business.
I'm about to start taking that one.
That's
No, for real.
My private life is
Because how
private.
can you
She
debate
said-
with that?
Yep, she said it's against my religion. And everybody, and because they're from that country where they respect religion so much, they left it. They let it be.
Wow, girl, boy, no, that's too far.
And she got the money, and they gave her the money.
about
All
to
that
read it.
that $20K that she needed in her pocket.
They gave it.
The next
Plus
scene,
for the land.
the next scene, you see her sitting there counting cash.
'Cause
They
where does
gave
money
her-
come from?
They gave her police officers, security. She had bodyguards.
So she just went over there and just became something.
and
She
became
became
a
something.
queen.
Way
Yes,
more than she was ever in New York City.
Girl boy
Wow.
said they got dreads for dudes as a lace front.
I like the regular one.
Don't piss me off.
Okay.
That'll just piss me off.
That was
No.
wrong, too.
just do. Just have a
Let me say this
reflex.
for the guys, and I say this because I'm natural, so I feel like I can say it.
Okay.
If your hairline is leaving,
Just let it go.
let it go.
It's not that easy.
If it's gone and you have a beard, you're winning. Period.
But what if they don't have a beard? And it's
You
gone?
gotta
Keep
go-
the hair on
if
your
If
head.
it's gone and you got a goatee, you're winning.
What about if the Beijing be inside the cap?
Let it go.
Oh.
Now you got the black stuff around
Well,
the rim of the
just
head.
put your head back on.
Let it
I
go.
don't want that, y'all.
Blue said he might need this position.
All right, then.
All right,
Period.
Blue. What I'm saying is, let it go.
Yeah.
Let it go.
Yeah.
The bald beard, bald goatee is hot. We like it. With glasses, hats, we like it. We like it.
And I get it. The younger that these men are, the harder it is to let it go.
Yeah.
Some of these people are losing their hair at a very young age.
They are.
Now that's questionable.
People losing hair, they ain't never lost it before.
No, that's questionable. And I want to know why.
It's stress.
Because I feel like these YNs look older than these old dudes out here. So
I ain't gonna lie, my son is thinning.
It's stress.
How old is he?
He's 17. He gonna tell me he was stressed out. Like, you
think I'm lying on this platform? Listen, I'm telling you.
Is his dad thinning?
His dad is thinned.
He's stressed.
Oh, so he got.
So it's genetic.
That's genetic.
I think that's gonna be genetic.
Well, I feel like kids
but I'm
now.
gonna give him some of that oil that I just tagged.
Yes.
Because I'm getting him some of that oil.
But I got a question. Does he still have follicles?
Yeah.
Then he should be good.
I feel like kids now have more stress than kids ever had.
What stress do they have?
Kids have a lot of
Y'all
stress.
got no goddamn stress.
Yes, they do.
What's the stress? What
yes,
stress do they have?
Kids have a lot of stress.
Like what?
Life. Everyday life. The same 20-year-olds. It's not the 20-year-olds back when y'all were growing up. It's a lot on our plate.
Y'all, she act like she ain't in the same generation.
Shanie.
I'm just saying.
Chantel, what year was you born?
I'm on the
She's a
song.
millennial.
I thought she was about to say, I'm thinking Chantel on the song.
No,
Yeah.
she's a millennial.
I'm a millennial.
She is.
Yeah, they end at 96. She just made it.
She just made it. She still got that other shit in her or something.
She we are not the same.
You was us.
Yeah, but I'm saying I'm y'all, but like it's not the same.
No.
Because she grew up with them though. She not us
I'm
though.
teeter-tottering.
She is.
I'm teeter-tottering.
I don't know who she is.
I can tell that she's not.
I don't want to say that, but I'm
trying to understand.
She was a term teeter-totter. She thinking about tater tots and
but the group are behind us.
Here,
Who's behind us?
The Gen Zs, they don't matter.
That's who you would be?
She's a borderline.
I would have been.
She's a borderline.
If I was a couple of months later.
Yeah. I think that just because she was born in that last year, like she grew
I got the
up
best
with
of
the
both
Gen
worlds.
She barely made it. I'm telling you, she barely made it.
And that's what I'm saying.
Because you gotta understand, after 92, it kind of got shaky.
Yeah, but 20-year-olds now, if you don't have a job, if you still living at home, if you doing this, you doing that, you're gonna get dogged.
Millennials are still living at home.
Exactly, but y'all had time to have fun. Y'all had time to make mistakes.
Y'all
had
time.
Y'all
don't have that time.
We don't. Everything seems like we have to be up
because it's so much faster.
Everything you just said was false.
Thank you.
Miles, you didn't even live in it, so how you know?
He didn't live all of it.
I left all of it.
Not this right here. Because
I get what she's saying.
you see, because it's different.
And because I have a 17-year-old,
I think
tells me
it's
stuff
fake-
like
it's fake
this.
See, I'm not sitting up here lying.
Every stress is fake stress. Even the shit that we go through as grown adults, it's fake stress. None of it is real.
Dorian, I'm not trying to hear this. Dorian, you don't feel like stress is.
What you mean it ain't real?
It ain't real because you can't pay your bills. That's and there's people out here dying as motherfuckers with cancer. It's people
That's
with
what
real
I'm saying.
stress.
Stress bring on health issues.
You can't go and make $300. Get your lazy ass up and go make $300.
Yes, they are.
Bills not even that high.
How about you got cancer and you can't make your bills?
That's
I was
real
about
stress.
to say, Gen Z
you can't pay a bill. Get your ass on a payment plan.
Gen Z is at the age now where they're at least paying their phone bills.
No, they're not.
Yeah, they are.
The phone be $15 now.
Well, that's depending on your plan and carrier. A lot of people phones ain't paid
Zs are
off
like
yet.
teenagers right now.
Right.
They're not paying anything.
Yeah, they are. Some people, you can get a work permit at 16.
So who do you know that's paying the bill right now? That's a Gen Z.
I don't know Gen Z.
Exactly.
That's different.
That's not actual
I can
and it's
relate
not
for them,
factual.
and I'm going to advocate for them.
I'm going to say this about the Gen Zs. The Gen Zs are the ones that's making their money on YouTube, Facebook.
Content
all
creators.
They're content creators. They taught us the content creator way, right? Well, they didn't teach us, but they showed us how to get it to pop.
So look, Ash said her kid look like a Kardashian. She ain't stressed.
But ask her. But if Ashley asks her kid if she's stressed, I bet you she tell her yeah.
Yes. How old is her
It's
kid?
just they made it up like you said. It's not real.
It's
I'm
not
not
real
agreeing
stress.
that it's real.
No, this is real stress.
I'm gonna be my nieces. They are Gen Zs and. They have no stress. Your son's a Gen Z.
My son got into it with his girlfriend, and he's stressed.
He's
out.
stressed.
Like, dude, you.
Because why she stressing him out? And my whole thing is just because y'all can't relate to their stress don't mean it's not real. It means that y'all just can't relate.
This is why your millennial card is being revoked.
I'm gonna stick beside him because what y'all not supposed to do is sit up here and act like I went like this a couple of days ago.
She said her teen ain't stressed either. No, they living life.
Of course, we all living.
Listen,
we all living.
The Gen Zs, my Gen Zs are living life. They're not stressed.
I know for a fact my son ain't stressed, but he told me.
How about
my Gen Zs are stressed.
How about y'all just Gen Zs? Let's go. Let's get out of here.
None of my Gen Zs are stressed. Chanie is. I'm telling you,
Gen Zs are listening to Rod Wave and they are stressed.
We are with you.
They in a ride with. I'm telling you, Brittany.
You said after 92 it got shaky. I would say 93 is where it got a little shifty. After 93,
anything, I'll take it. Whatever you. 93. I'm not even gonna beef and argue about it. It's something right around there.
I'm teeter-totter.
I'm telling you. It got really shaky and they listening to Rod Wave and they're overly depressed. Because of that music.
This is her.
Depressing.
Why y'all gonna sit there and
you need help, you depressed. No, but I'm like Rod Wave.
She loves him.
I do love him. And I was mad that he canceled his concert.
He should have.
He going through it.
Yeah.
Had to be there for him.
He depressed.
He got caught up in his own shit.
I had to call him, make sure he was okay.
Girl, I see why I be wanna die on stage.
Why you wanna fly?
Yeah, he do got a song called Fly. Either way, y'all, it's all right, y'all. We know the real. We here.
You know what, Chanie? Your millennial card has just been revoked.
My Gen Zers, we here. My millennials.
I know Dorian. Dorian said he's so blessed he was born in reality, the 70s.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm happy I wasn't born during that time.
I am so glad I wasn't born in that.
Y'all was free love. Y'all was hitchhiking.
I ain't gonna lie.
Everybody was on drugs.
Everybody was on drugs.
Everybody was
bell bottoms and shit.
I would say I'm glad I'm wearing my bell bottoms now.
Yeah. I am glad.
I don't ever want to be.
Ain't nothing wrong with cocaine. Go ahead.
Everybody in the 70s was on drugs. Y'all was hitchhiking and y'all was getting killed and nobody knew it.
Yeah.
Like, no.
Yeah.
Y'all ain't had no GPS.
And y'all generation so
and
lost.
Then the people
they
that
call
was,
y'all the X. Like,
they ain't had no GPS.
Y'all are so unknown. Nobody knows nothing about y'all.
I would say this. Shout out to I would like to send my condolences to the people who lost their family. They found 3 dead bodies burned up in the car. And it's kind of spooky. They say it was burned up to where you can't even tell if they're boys or girls.
Wow.
You would bring us down.
I mean, I'm sorry. I had to bring it down a little bit.
Go.
And this happened last night?
The day before yesterday, yeah.
He would bring us down while we was up.
Yeah,
yes.
I mean, no, he wasn't up. He was right here.
That's that water. You know what I'm saying? That's gotta put it out. When that water see the fire firing, they just gotta put the fire out.
Yes. That's the one.
That's the 70s for you.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean,
Okay.
you gotta really realize water bring life and bring death. So
does fire.
No, it doesn't.
We bring life and death.
No, fire don't bring shit.
Yes, it does, because we bringing heat. Keeping you warm so you don't die when it's cold outside.
Do it again.
Great answer.
So I'm trying to understand.
Great answer.
You can live or die with us. What are you saying?
Same with water.
And that's real right there. Dorian, I gotta read this last comment from Dorian. He said, "It's my generation's fault. We sold a dream to y'all and we couldn't fulfill it.
Thank you.
Thank God for some accountability.
Sold all the time.
Because y'all was selling more. Y'all, you know what I'm saying? Y'all was selling dreams and crack.
Yeah.
And that is where y'all fucked us up at.
Yeah.
And then y'all started taking it. And then had babies. And then thought we supposed to just be all this and all that.
And we the babies.
I thank God that
You a crack baby.
I'm not a crack
We
baby.
the babies.
I'm not a crack baby.
We the babies.
Tia, crack baby.
I'm not a crack baby. My mama ain't never. My mama sold drugs. She didn't do the drugs. She said, "Baby, I move the drugs. I don't do the drugs." Okay. She just had her first drink, man.
Hey, mama.
Y'all, please leave people mama.
Okay.
Hey, look.
Leave people. Leave mamas alone.
Tia mama came to the box and I was like, "Hey, mom."
Did you ask her about the grapes?
All right, y'all, we're about to get out of here. Thank y'all for watching Rise and Grind Morning Show. We'll see y'all tomorrow.
Like, subscribe, YouTube, Rise and Grind Morning Show.
Yep.
Share.
Happy birthday, Blue Bee.
Yes, happy birthday.
Happy birthday. It's your birthday.
Oh, and Dorian also said weed wasn't good, but the cocaine was damn good.
Y'all was getting blown.
That's
All
crazy.
That's crazy work. All right, we
That's why don't nobody know y'all.
Y'all unrecognizable.
Rise and grind. Morning show at 9:15 a.m. Monday through Friday. Great conversation, guest appearances. 'Cause you